Certifieds. Oh, we early tonight. And you already know we run in the game. Family, Dr. Umar Vasquez, formerly known as Dr. Umar Johnson, got a new group. And it is the descendant of Africans fleeing Africa. And they got a hell of a lot of people that done joined. And it's sweeping all over the nation, family. And they even told me that Joyless Reed, we done found her dad. Yep. Y'all say hello to John Reed. And every last one of them can flee because it's FBA all damn day, and we setting it off tonight. Tupac, let them know.
Kid, what y'all think? If you whatever the fuck you think you are, and until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starving? Go ahead. You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African Americans? And we out here dying. We thugs and we niggas until we set this shit right. Trust me when I tell you that shit.
Certified salute to the whole FBA family. We foundational Black Americans and we certified. And everybody said they had a problem with certified foundational Black Americans, but now they want to go get their own broke down, bootleg, backdoor ass versions. So family, now what you're seeing out here in these strizneets is a hell of a lot of people who are Pan-Africans. And Pan-Africans been running around here hating on FBA. But FBA don't give a damn about Pan-Africanism because foundational Black Americans is certified every which way, all the way around. So they can take those descendant Africans that's fleeing from Africa and they can watch certified foundational Black Americans ball because that's what we're about to do. Y'all, smash that like button. We're about to go in. But before we go in, I need all my brothers and sisters in the chat to please let a brother know where you at right now. Roll call. I need the certified foundational Black Americans to stand up and let them know you can try to bite our style. You can try to jack our style, but you can never be us. You can talk like a foundational Black American. You can walk like a foundational Black American, but you can never be a foundational Black American because that is exclusive to the only lineage, heritage, and culture on the planet. And how do we win? We always win by a knockout. Columbia, South Carolina's in the building. Seattle's in the building. DC's in the building. New York, 2 times, 3 times. The 313's in the place. Florida's in the place. Boston's in the place. Just stepped in the house. I see North Carolina, the 216. Cleveland, certified salute to you. Yes, indeed. I see Denver's in here. Detroit's in here. The 501. OKC, Chi-Town represent. Chi-Town on the south and the west side. So we fully represent it. I see Charlotte in here. Another Georgia's in here. Detroit, stand up. Philly, stand up. 2 Phillies of Maryland, of Florida, Louisiana. What's happening, baby? I already see the whole 405 again. ATL, Philly, Tallahassee, Oklahoma City's in here deep. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Houston, Texas, Macon, the Bronx, foundational Black Americans. We always win. Family, Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Vasquez. Think he gonna come with a foundational Black American ripoff? No. You a Pan-African. You was doing the Pan-African thing, so do your Pan-African stuff. Don't come around here now and you want to get in on this lineage movement because the lineage is what's moving the whole world. They watch FBA. They ran their mouth about FBA. You got people from all over the planet Earth ain't even going to come over here calling from their village. 1-800-TETHER. How the hell can I be FBA? You can't. It don't work that way. You are either a foundational Black American by birth or you somebody who watches foundational Black Americans. That is it. Nothing in between. Ain't no weaseling. Ain't no step back. Taking no shorts. Taking no losses. So now when you see these individuals come out here with a bootleg version, we already shut down heritage Americans. Y'all remember the foundational Africans, the foundational Germans, the foundational Mexicans? There's only one foundation because we the foundation because we built this. If you ain't built nothing, then you can't talk to us. And y'all ain't built nothing, so be quiet. Fam, let's go to work. Love y'all. Passion. We in here. Let's go to work and let's go down the line so I can show everybody exactly what we're dealing with. Tap in. Here we go. Dr. Umar Vasquez had the nerve to go on a podcast and start talking about how he's starting a new wave, DAFFA, And DAFFA sound a hell of a lot like DACA, because I'm going to show y'all in this broadcast how Dr. Umar Vasquez is going back to his Cuban roots, and he's becoming more and more open borders. He's about to be Latino Johnson. Y'all watch this. Let's go to work.
Pan-Africanism and FBA, how do they contrast or complement one another?
Okay. Well, first of all, Pan-Africanism is the black man's oldest formal political ideology. We gave birth to the first free, independent black nation in the world, Haiti, right? Pan-Africanists are some of your greatest black leaders, your greatest black organizers. If you're looking at achievements, nobody compares to Pan-Africanists. Nobody. Hebrews, Moors, Nawapians, Gods and Earths, Nation of Islam, I love them all. Nobody compares to Pan-Africanism. If you want to go achievement for achievement, you can put all them together. You don't touch us. Okay. And I say that respectfully, but it's the truth. Okay. ADOSFBA, respectfully, I'm going to go with both groups because they represent basically the same thing, but there are differences, right? So ADOS,
which is a descendant of
no. He came out the gates lying. Oh, we packing all this cap up. Family, that right there is complete cap. Ain't no ADOS and FBA the same. Foundational Black America, that is a lineage. ADOS is an organization, a democratic sponsored organization. That's why nobody rocks with them. That's why they are a defunct term. That's why their leaders are irrelevant. As a matter of fact, Dr. Umar, you got more in common with ADOS than you do with FBA, because both of you are failures. Both of you are watching us, and both of y'all is looking up in the sky, seeing that FBA flag wave, and it's getting bigger and bigger. Let's continue.
No, they're first. FBA comes later.
Okay.
Okay, but they both exist. FBA is more popular, right?
Okay.
ADOSFBA. I don't have a problem with the American African people seeing the need to make it clear to other branches of the global African family that when you come here, you need to be clear that we built the house and rolled out the carpet for you. Be respectful in my home the same way you would want for me to be respectful in your home. So the concept of that American African identity, I have no issue with it.
I got an issue with it because we ain't no American Africans. You done started off with the wrong name, the wrong roots. You got the wrong people, the wrong approach, the wrong idea. Everything just wrong with Dr. Umar. Family, this man's failure has to be studied. This man done jumped off the cliff. No parachute, no safety net, free solo, done fell all the way down. This man has to be studied because when I'm looking and I'm watching and I'm observing, nothing he's saying, the people of the United States of America, you know, foundational Black Americans, we not rocking with you. We ain't rocking with Pan-Africanism, and the quicker you accept it, the quicker it will be better, and you won't be on these podcasts starving yourself and embarrassing yourself, just keeping it a buck. Now, if you want to talk about what he's really saying, delineation. Notice he won't say delineation because this is a movement of delineation from the grassroots of FBA brought to you by Certifies. There you go. I cleared it up for him. Let's continue.
It needs to be done. It needs to be said. This is not new. What is new about it is the adversarial stance that they are taking towards African immigrants who come here from the diaspora, and the energy that they give them, the negative energy that they give them, which supersedes the negative energy you give to the white man who enslaved you then and oppresses you now.
No. Oh, hell no. Hell no. No. Oh, we going there today. Everybody, smash the like button, share this broadcast. Black Alpha, Certified Black Society. We in the house, and we about to put all of this out. Canceled, erased, deleted right now. Family, there ain't no vitriol or negative energy we give these people. We're matching energy. And there's a big difference between anger and matching energy, frustration and matching energy. All the anger, all the vitriol, and all the spite comes from their side, not from our side. Black Americans ain't got no problem with nobody. See, when we were running around here going along with scam Africanism, nobody was talking none of this. When we were running around here saying, yeah, let's go over to Africa, let's connect with them people, you didn't hear none of this. Only until we started to match energy do they find a problem. Well, now they created a problem, and it's called delineation. But remember, delineation is not a problem for us. It's a problem for them. So notice, family, he's sounding like your average raggedy ass tether that you see on TikTok. That's why this man's failure has to be studied. How the hell you go from the prince of pan-Africanism or pan-pizza or pan shut the hell up all the way down to a TikTok tether? FBA did that.
There's nothing a continental African immigrant can do to me that can supersede what the white man has done to me. There's nothing a
Instead of
Caribbean,
trying to-
Central South American
Well,
African immigrant can do to me that can exceed what the white man has done to me. So why is it I can have so much vitriol, hatred, disrespect, animosity towards someone who looks like me just because they came from another place, when the white man who's responsible for my hell here, I'm never giving him half that energy.
Ain't giving him half the energy. Who he talk? He don't know us. He don't know. Oh no! Whoa! Freeze frame. Hold up. Did he just sit there and say? Did he open his mouth and literally sit there and try to tell us that Black Americans, we ain't been out here going one-on-one with the system of supremacy? A system of supremacy we've been fighting by ourselves. See, why you've been focused on Africa, who, by the way, is getting knocked down, kicked down the street, whooped up by that same dominant society. Shouldn't you be talking to them about not fighting the system of supremacy? Remember, y'all, on the whole planet Earth, 7 billion people, there's only one lineage that ever stood up to the system of supremacy, and that is you, not them. So the fact that he's trying to paint this picture, we mad, we angry, we got so much vitriol, and we just let the W's go off the hook. Family, has he not heard of all the rebellions? Has he not heard of Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman, the Black Panther Party, the Nation of Islam? Has he not heard any of this, family? Has he not heard of all of us certified foundational Black Americans? You name the era. Every single era that we have is an era that is based on us fighting back. We are the only people on the planet where every single category is named after our resistance. Hidden Color 6 is about to come out, and it's all about resistance. We are people of resistance. So I'm not going to sit here and see somebody who's a scam African, Dr. Umar, who's really a Cuban, talking about Black Americans. This is TikTok tether babble coming from the prince of shut the hell up. That's what it is, family. You ain't talking about the system of supremacy unless you talking about Black Americans riding against it. You ain't heard, you ain't know, you're about to find out today. Let's proceed with more. We done already exposed 11 damn lies this man done told in 2 seconds. And by the end of this broadcast, I'm going to show y'all, not only is Dr. Umar against Black Americans, Dr. Umar sounds like he is supporting Latino immigrants.
And then on top of that, it's contradictory in this way. You still identify with the white man. You are a Black American? Since when? So you'll call yourself an American, but you'll never call yourself an African. Think about that now. After all I've been through in this country, I'm still going to wave their flag. After all I've been through in this country, I'm still going to use their colors.
What? Whoa. Hold up. Did this man just sit there and say that foundational Black Americans aren't American? Did he just say we from a place that we ain't at, never been to, never want to go to? Family, if this is what it is, then he just playing by no rules, ain't he? There's no rules with Dr. Umar. He's basically just saying he gonna say whatever the hell he wants to say, ain't gotta make no sense. This is why this man is a failure right here, brothers and sisters, because he's saying things that don't nobody agree with, ain't nobody hearing, ain't no one listening to. We not Black Americans? What the hell he think we've been doing while we've been building this homeland?
Vitriol, hatred, disrespect, animosity towards someone who looks like me just because they came from another place, when the white man who's responsible for my hell here, I'm never giving him half that energy. And then on top of that, it's contradictory in this way. You still identify with the white man. You are a Black American? Since when? So you'll call yourself, you are a Black American? Since when?
Since when? Family, this right here then. No. You're not a Black American. How about that then? You ain't no Black American. Don't speak on Black Americans. And you ain't in no position to ever talk about us. Since when do you become Black American? Fam, do you understand how ludicrous it is for this man to sit there and just denounce everything that we've ever done? He denounced the whole existence of Black Americans. I guess we just generic Africans, lost immigrants, walking around in the 50 states not knowing where to go. This man just sat there and said that we are not American. So if we're not American, what the hell are we? African? Well, if we so damn African, how come we ain't never been there? How come if you go there, they calling you a kata, as well as 15 other derogatory terms that they don't ever call the W? Oh, hell no. We don't, fam. We about to increase the volume.
So you'll call yourself an American, but you'll never call yourself an African. Think about that now. After all I've been through in this country, I'm still going to wave their flag. After all I've been through in this country, I'm still going to use their colors. After everything I've been through in this country, I'm still going to identify with the plantation and call myself an American.
Stop. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, double up and bring it back. Double up and bring it back. Hold up. Wait a minute. We're not calling ourselves Americans. We are Americans. Man, we ain't got to call nothing. Notice how he's saying call ourselves like it's something that can just be taken away and given and taken away. You can just flip-flop it, spin it, throw it off, come back later. No, 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 no. We're not calling ourselves Americans. It's not a name. It's who we are. Remember, we're foundational Black Americans, and we are America, the two of them. We are Americans, and we are America. And I also want y'all to notice that old, outdated Pan-Africanism. Remember how we always talked about Pan-Africans always view America as the white man's creation? If you ever want to know the psyche of somebody, listen to how they refer to America. They'll call America basically white. It becomes synonymous. We are the only people on the planet that do not use America and white people synonymous. No, we do not. We don't say it's their country. It's their world. It's their government. No, no, no. This our house. This our house, family. Whoever built it runs it. And that's what I tell everybody. We run the goddamn yard. We ain't getting called Americans. We are Americans. We ain't sitting here saying they're Americans. It's their house. Hell no. I don't know where anybody else is at, but if I built this thing, maintain and sustain this thing belongs to me. You ain't gonna do this identity swap. And I caught it real quick. Fam, watch him jump completely off the cliff. If that wasn't bad enough, watch this man completely lose his mind. Watch this.
So I don't have an issue with the concept. I take issue with the strategies. And
what about if someone is saying that, all right, we look at anyone that is putting in our place and getting access to resources that belong to us, because they built their core wealth off coerced labor from our people, but you can come in as an African, as a quote unquote immigrant, and get certain access to things that maybe the foundational Black Americans, what they call themselves, believe that, yo, that's our stuff. And so I don't look at the African any different than I look at the—
Stop. Not what we call ourselves. Family, this is not a game of us calling ourselves something. We're going to have to knock that off. I want everybody to watch that slickery, fam. Be very cautious of people that keep saying this is what we're calling ourselves. I'm telling you now, brothers and sisters, watch it. This is not a game of what we call ourselves. Everybody in here got a name, right? Everybody in here got a name. Your mama, your daddy named you, right? Okay. Well, let me ask y'all this question. Everybody in here got a name. Everybody alive got a name. Well, a lot of them in Africa, they don't have names. They don't have birth certificates, and they ain't got a birthday. So I'm not talking about the January 1st crowd. I'm talking about everybody else. This ain't a matter of what we call ourselves. Well, FBA, we call ourselves. No, 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 no. We are FBA. See, there's this thing about titles and everybody speaking about it. Black Alpha gonna tell you something ain't nobody been saying, though. Family, we didn't have to make up FBA. We already were FBA. We didn't have to conjure up FBA. We already been FBA. FBA is nothing different than you having a name, a nickname, a first name, a middle name, a last name. That's what it is. You were already FBA before you ever said FBA. But now you're saying FBA because you got the damn right to say it, because it's a God-given right, because you were in this country building it from day one, and can't nobody take that away. So remember, if they tell you that you're calling yourself something, then eventually they feel they can call you something different. Then we'll get into a call game. Well, I'm going to call them this. I'm going to call them that. See, they called us African-American. We didn't want that name. Yep. Think about that. Calling us something, that's a reclassification. FBA is an identification. One will starve you, one will feed you. Remember that, brothers and sisters. So I checkmate that, brothers and sisters. You can't get nothing past Black Alpha, brothers and sisters. And the cat goes even further than that. We are FBA family by birth, whether you know it or not. This is a lineage.
Any other, ethnic group that comes over and tries to take that place.
If that's the case, where is your campaign against the Latinos? Because I don't see it.
What?
Where's your campaign against the Caucasian immigrants? I don't see it.
What?
Where's your campaign against the South Asian and North Asian immigrants? I don't see.
But see, so let
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Fam, can you be any more out of touch with Black America? That BS he just said right there is the same reason why don't nobody rock with no damn Dr. Umar. This man out here acting like we are just kicking arms and hanging out with all these damn people. Family, if we've been so friendly, diddly, windly to everybody, then how come somebody else comes here and they're so hateful towards us? These people are so hateful towards us, don't like nothing we do, always mad and upset at foundational Black Americans. This man's trying to make it look like they love us. Did he not see the last year with all the Latinos telling Black Americans to come save them, to come help them? I done played 1,000 videos. These people are getting deported and saying, Black people, help us. Black people. And when they ain't saying Black people help us, they saying Black people N-word, N-word. Just like they were saying the damn N-word when Michael B. Jordan was just on stage the other day. Hell no. None of these people rock with FBA. So FBA's matching the energy with all their asses. Like it or not, here we are.
what I think fragmented everything is the reparation talk. And so I think the reparation talk, a lot of the foundational, and I'm, you know, I could be speaking out of school, but my limited understanding of it is, I think that they believe that the reparations belong to descendants of slaves.
Well, I'm going to say this as a
Again, it's not what we believe. It's what it is. It's not what we call ourselves. It's who we are. Don't go with these loose terms. Fam, they're very sneaky with these terms. I'm not saying that the brother right there was doing it, but I know damn well Dr. Umar's doing it. And if you ever catch someone else doing it, check them on site. Not tomorrow, not the next day. Don't let them talk. Get right up in them. Because family, when they start saying it's what we believe, a belief can be changed. A debt cannot. Oh, hell no. Black Alpha, I'm cooking too much. I need to see y'all face. More importantly, y'all got to see my face. Hold up. Family, remember this. When they start talking about a belief or what we call ourselves, cut them off on site, check them. Because if it's a belief can be changed. What somebody gets called can change. Our lineage is not so small that it's a belief. Reparations ain't so small, it's a belief. Reparations is something that is owed to us. It ain't no damn belief, family. It ain't so small that it's a belief and you could just, hey, I believe I owe the money. No, hell no. Hell no. If you go to work right now, you work right now, you pull double shifts right now, y'all. And then they tell y'all, well, you know, I think you believe you should get a paycheck. Or you gonna say, okay, I believe it. Or you gonna say, cut the damn check, run my money. Where the bag at? You feel me? Family, what you gonna say? Are you gonna say, well, yeah, you know, I believe that you owe me a paycheck for pulling double shifts, working the night shift, the graveyard shift, taking time away from my kids and my wife and my husband. So, yeah, I believe you should pay me because I'm telling you, you let somebody make it a situation where it's a belief, they're just going to spin it and twist it. If it's something you call yourself, they're going to spin it and twist it. You are a foundational Black American. That's who you are. You are deserving, belonging to reparations. That's not a belief. That's what it is. And anybody telling you anything other than that is not representing the grassroots like all of us are, all 2,000 of us. Checkmate. Let's go.
Pan-Africanism, because we invented the reparations fight. It don't come from FBA. It don't come from ADOS. This was around before they were born. You feel me? Pan-Africanists gave birth to it. Reparations for me is not about different groups and sects of the race fighting for their crumb off the big pie. There should be one fight, one reparation. Do you feel me, Loon? We can split it up how we want to split it up after we get it. But by you fighting divided for the same restitution, you playing right into the hands of your enemy. There was
family, how much reparations money do you think we would get if we had to split it with all the diaspora? Dr. Umar, just come out and say you want our reparations money to go to Africa. Don't play these games with us. We're too damn old for this. Just say it. How much money do y'all think we would get if reparations was one big ass check? Do you think Nigerians are going to want to share? Do you think Jamaicans are going to want to share? Do you think that Haitian person who just called us dirty Black Americans, you think she going to want to share? Family, it'll be an all new war. It'll be World War 17. We going to skip all the other wars. Y'all think that happened yet? 0, 0, 0. Somebody said $1. They ain't even going to try to give us $1. We're going to have to fight for that $1. Let me tell y'all this right now. I'm going to make it clear. With Africans, Jamaicans, and Haitians, let there be one big diaspora reparations paycheck. I'm telling you now, they will go to war with Black Americans. before we would end up having to get $1 from them. Trust me. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't give a damn who's listening. Somebody going to clip this up, post this, I said it, minute. Black Americans will get our reparations from the United States government before we would ever be able to share a diaspora reparations check, straight up and down. The U.S. government will sit back, take what the hell we tell them, and we'll get our money. Africans ain't going to do that. Hell no. Fam, it'll be a war. It'll be a war. Fam, you really think the Jamaicans is going to say, here's your portion? Then who divvying it up? Who they going to put in there? Let's be real, fam. Let's be real. Who's going to be the person who's the mediator? The president of Ghana? Is it going to be the 6th region family where they're having all these reparations things? Notice, by the way, as well, Africans and Caribbeans, they're already collaborating with reparations without us. We exposed all that this summer. Fam, let them get a reparations check. Every single person in the diaspora, I promise you, they pick up arms and go to war with Black Americans before they would ever share $1 with us. You just seen the dirty Black Americans. What about the woman who says she wants to strap a you-know-what to her chest? You think she's going to share? You think any of these people want to share? That's just another way of saying you ain't getting nothing. You will get your reparations from the United States of America. Notice, I said from the United States. I didn't say by the white man. I know that they view America as white folks. We don't. But I'm telling you right now what it is. We will get what is belonging to us. You owe the debt, cut the check. We will take our money from the government of the United States before we'll ever have to share it with Africans. Because I'm telling you right now, them Africans will go to war with Black folks if it all boils down to it. Hell, they're going to war with each other right now over less. Fam, do you know that they got wars in Africa right now? They're fighting over water wells. Yes, you on this side of the water well. You on that side of the water well. Let's fight. So you want to put all this in the hand of tribalistic people who hate each other. Proceed to give you what you need. This is what we're talking about. This is why we're regulating. This is why this man is canceled.
There was one slavery, took some of us to the Caribbean. There was one slavery, took some of us to the Americas. There was one slavery, took some of us to Central and South America, right? But there was one African slavery. So the Africans of the world, from the continent to the British, Canada had slavery, Australia had it, right? We should all come and sit down. Let's fight this together.
See, I think they reject
You
that.
would get quicker.
Yeah.
You would get more, because guess what? It's a united front. But because we hate each other more than we hate racism, because we hate each other more than we hate racism, I don't want to unite with no Black Africans.
Who hates who? Who hates who? Fam, this man is so defeated since we hate each other so much. He sounds like a supremacist. If you ever just listen to how he really feels and read between the lines, what he's saying about Black people, he don't really like Black people too much, fam. This man sees the worst in everything about Black folks all the time. He just in there saying, well, we don't like this, we don't deserve this, we don't need this, none of that at all. Yeah, what about CARICOM? Fam, these Caribbeans and Africans are doing so many things to undermine our reparations. They ain't ever interested in sitting there talking reparations with Black Americans. Notice, by the way, he's not criticizing them. He's not criticizing them. This is about our reparations movement. Why he's so angry about our reparations movement? You ain't saying nothing about the 6th region. You ain't saying nothing about the reparations committees going on in Africa. This man ain't mentioned their reparations that they're going to the same United Nations to get anyway. Hold up. Wait a minute. Notice, fam, he ain't talking about them going to the United Nations, but he's mad at us for going to the U.S. government. Oh, I done caught you. Oh, you in trouble now. You know you done effed up, right? You know you done effed up. You done popped off with your old, outdated, broke down DAFFA, descendants of Africans fleeing Africa, and foundational Black Americans done spotlighted, highlighted, and checked all of that. More cap.
I don't want to unite with no Caribbeans. And you got Africans saying the same thing. I don't want to unite with no descendants of no slaves, right? I want to fight my own thing. So ECOWAS got their own fight. Black British got their own fight. Canada got their own fight. Black America got their own fight. And it's sectionalized, sectarian.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody communicating with each other. So the white man going to play his old game of what? Divide and conquer, separate and rule.
That's why I wanted to have a conversation about the FBA and the Pan-Africanism, because that's what's going on. Although I hear when you speak, although you're Pan-Africanist, I hear some of the stuff I hear from foundational Black Americans.
Well, remember, there's nothing wrong with advocating the rights of your unique group. A Pan-Africanist in South Africa can speak up for South Africans and still recognize the greater vision and greater goal of a united race. You see that? So as Pan-Africanists, we don't just focus on the whole. That's the goal, but we also got to take care of our people where we are.
Oh, no. See, fam, this right here, this is the new Dr. Umar. Oh, y'all got to hear this. Oh, ho, 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 ho. He wouldn't even said that just a few years ago. Notice now he said, well, there's nothing bad about it. That's not the energy that Dr. Umar had a few years ago. No, the hell it ain't. A few years ago, his energy was hell no. He's now trying to throw in the caveats to open the door for him to try to hijack foundational Black America. This man had all the smoke for FBA. Now he's saying there's no problem with focusing on where you from. Family, if we focus on where we're from, that automatically shuts them out because we ain't from Africa. So at the same time, he says we can focus on where we're from, but he says we're from Africa. Which one is it? You can't be from two places at the same time. Hell no, especially two different countries, two different continents. And by the way, the United States of America is older than half of those damn places in Africa that was diced up like a piece of pizza. There would be nothing for Black Americans. We would have nothing on the table. These people don't want to share. Africans will go to war with Black folks before they'll share a damn reparations check. So will the Haitians and the Jamaicans, because we know about how they really feel about us. Don't listen to Dr. Umar try to throw in these little caveats and say things along the lines of, no, you can focus on where you're from. Nah, we're going to focus on where we're from because this is who the hell we are. Big difference. And family, when I tell you that, and I highlight that, did you see the little shot he took at us with the flag? Did you see that, fam? He said, why would we wave the flag? And he said, when the hell did we become Black Americans? Does this man know his history? That flag is because of us. That flag is because of us. Foundational Black Americans created that flag, family. And if he's mad at us for waving the flag for the United States of America, then how come he never says anything about that right there? Oh, he left that part out, didn't he? Did he leave that part out, family? Did he leave out the part that those are African children and they're waving the flag of China? You know, their new colonizer? That ain't even the old colonizer, y'all. That's the whole brand new colonizer. Oh, you ain't saying nothing about that, fam. Who the hell is waving more foreign flags than Africans? Who the hell always picking up the new colonizer's flag more than them? Don't talk to me about a flag that we created over 100 years ago in a land that we've been in for hundreds of thousands of years when you ain't said nothing about all of those Africans that are waving the flag. Fam, them was kids. Them were damn kids out there waving flags. You got kids out there waving flags. That means a fleer done taught their flea bee to wave a colonizer flag. And Africa's been doing that for how long? How many flags has Africa raised, waved, and spun around in the air, family? They are out there waving that damn Chinese flag like Petey Pablo said, throw your damn shirt off and spin it around like a helicopter. And they ain't in North Carolina. Y'all look at this right here, family. We even further with it, where Dr. Umar Vasquez and his absolute anti-Black American vitriol is on display. Don't let this man talk to you about anything that's going on in foundational Black America, because this man is very anti-us. Look at this. Y'all remember this Dr. Umar right here? Look how mad he is. The man ain't even said nothing yet, and he's already angry. Look at him. Look how angry he is, fam. That man already mad. This is Dr. Umar Vasquez before he started trying to hijack FBA. This is Dr. Umar Vasquez when he realized that scam Africanism was not going to work. He took the pivot, but back then he was talking just like this. Watch him, fam.
I want to get your thoughts on the ADOS movement and the foundational Black American movement.
I do not support it, and I do not agree with it. I am a Pan-Africanist, and that movement violates three core principles of Pan-Africanism. Number one is identity. We are one African people. We are not multiples of different African groups. We are one human family. Okay, so identity is very, very important for Pan-Africanists. And for any organization that calls itself American but refuses to call itself African is an organization I cannot rock with. That's number one. Number two, central to Pan-African thought and ideology, one of our core principles is that white supremacy must be overthrown internationally. It cannot be defeated regionally. International concerted effort.
Who's been the only people who fought supremacy internationally? Remember, y'all, if we're keeping count like he likes to, Pan-Africans started the Reparations movement. Pan-Africans started the empowerment movement. Cap. If we're keeping count, how many Black Americans have went over to Africa to assist them in the fight against global supremacy? Now, how many Africans have came over here to the United States and assisted us? I know you already know the answer, fam. You can start with 0 for them, and you can start at thousands for us and then go up.
Effort by the global African family to destroy global white supremacy. Regional Black nationalism will not overthrow a global enemy. Number 3.
What about tribalism? What about tribalism? And by the way, family, regional what? Fam, we don't look at like regional earth. This man talking about a regional earth. Regionalism won't do it. But you ain't saying nothing about tribalism. You ain't saying nothing about tribalism. What you mean regionalism? Like we running around here saying, well, this side of the hemisphere versus this side. He a little too everybody matters for me. Because remember, y'all, Pan-Africanism is all lives matter. Pan-Africanism is open borders. Pan-Africanism never existed. Proceed.
3, okay, and probably the issue that I take most seriously with regard to the ADOS is the disidentification from our African immigrant brothers and sisters. I'm not disidentifying from nobody. So let me get this right. There's only 3 million African immigrants in the United States. There's only 3 million African immigrants in the United States. We're going to start a fight with them, but we're not going to start a fight with the LBGT who has...
What? What a pivot was that? So wait a minute, fam. We need to go have an issue with the Skittles bag community and not the people who fly over here, cloak themselves in our identity, say we need to get rid of Black History Month, say we need to get rid of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, say that Juneteenth belongs to them, say that they built this country and call us dirty Black Americans. That's who he wants us to take our eyes off of. Not to mention people like, I don't know, Barack Obama, who is a tether, whose dad is from Kenya, who comes over here and decimates us so he can support the Skittles bag community. Who supported the Skittles bag community more than Barack Obama? Where is Barack Obama's father from? So he just answered our question. The same tethers he's saying that we don't need to talk about, the same African immigrants he's saying we don't need to talk about, are the same ones that became president and gave all types of laws to the Starburst people. Goddamn, it's that easy, that simple, when you are real.
Stolen everything that Black people have fought for. We're not going to start a fight with the Mexicans who have stolen everything Black people have fought for. We're not going to start a fight with the feminists who have stolen everything Black people have fought for.
Stop. Boy, look how mad he looked. God damn, boy, switch to decaf. Take a break. That was the Dr. Umar Vasquez a few years ago. So the question remains, and the question becomes, my great, beautiful, foundational Black American brothers and sisters, certified, representing all 50 states, the question now becomes, if Dr. Umar was talking like that, why is Dr. Umar now trying to come up with abbreviation? And why is he talking about freedmen? That is all belonging to the United States of America. That ain't belonging to anything in Africa. There ain't no such thing as an American African unless you're an African who moved to America. We call those tethers or fleers. You pick the one, have at it, we'll be fine. There ain't no such thing as a Black American and an African living the same Black experience here in the United States. Hell no. But I want y'all to notice right there, Dr. Umar, he was talking real crazy. Wasn't he just sitting there saying, well, what we need to do is we need to understand that our fight is with these people, not those people. Family, I'm going to show you guys Dr. Umar now is starting to low-key change positions. Yes, let's go back to that interview. Dr. Umar started talking all that stuff about his little organization and his little group. But did y'all catch the part where Dr. Umar started piping on Bad Bunny? And do you see that he was lifting Bad Bunny up at the same time he threw Kendrick under the bus? Because Pan-Africanism is all lives matter. Pan-Africanism is open borders. You can't say that you're against immigrants and at the same time say that you're for Pan-Africanism, because we seen Africans and Mexicans walking across the southern border holding hands together. Y'all notice that? Let me show y'all where Dr. Umar is at it now, family. And let me tell y'all how he was saying we need to go pick a fight with Mexicans. First off, we don't pick fights with nobody. All we do is respond. Second off, family, look at the energy change. Look at the energy shift. Watch Dr. Umar now become very, very pro-Latino. Very strange, y'all. Somebody's paying this man.
Performance in particular also has some Black people online in an uproar. And I think
what were they saying, the Black people? What was their problem?
Some people saying that it's an American sport, and you have someone speaking a language that Americans cannot understand. It's not our first language. So They're saying that why would an American sport have, I think it was the same point you make about Eminem, when you say that Eminem shouldn't be allowed to come in hip hop and be put on the grand stage. They're saying the same thing about Bad Bunny, saying that he shouldn't
disagree with him.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm going to
remember your position about
Absolutely.
Eminem. Okay.
And I don't think the two are comparable.
Okay.
Eminem is
what? Fam, what's the difference with Eminem and Bad Bunny? These are both people who are coming over here pushing something that is really stolen from Black American culture as if it's their own. See, now he's starting to decipher and pick and choose. He cherry picking the cosplayers now, y'all. This is the first step. Watch him start piping on Bad Bunny, and then you tell me, does this sound like anything that we're saying? He must not have heard all those racist Latinos calling us out 2 weeks ago.
Participating in a cultural art form created by African people. He's a visitor in the house, right? Bad Bunny, again, who I never heard of until the Super Bowl.
Yes.
He's not a visitor in the house because the house is stolen property.
What?
You cannot dictate how somebody behaves in a home you don't own. If Loon breaks into a mansion down the street and I come and
stop. Hold up, family. We in here right now. He said you can't dictate to somebody in a home that you don't own. Well, then can't I simply say that applies to Africans when they come over here and disrespect us? Bam! Got him. Oh, no. Your contradiction. You're flip-flopping. Kubar, you're flip-flopping. You doing a pan-African pancake moonwalk. Hell no. I can apply that same thing to the Africans because this is our home and they come over here and disrespect us. Notice when it come to Bad Bunny, he's making excuses, family. When it come to Bad Bunny, he's saying, well, we can't criticize him because this house was stolen. But when Africans come over here and criticize us, he doesn't have that same logic. Oh, snap. Oh, now we got him. Here we go. Now watch him put on the full cape for Latinos. Family, if you didn't catch this, because he said some other BS that went viral, a lot of people missed this. If you haven't heard this, lock in. I'm about to play y'all this right here. Then I'm going to play you a clip of Dr. Umar is going against ICE agents, and Dr. Umar was supporting Renee Good, who was off by ICE agents. He's becoming a Pan-African open borders supporter. Let's go.
Stay with Loon. And Loon start telling me I got to pay rent. I'm telling Loon, pay rent to you for what? You don't even own the house. So how can you dictate Bad Bunny's behavior at the Super Bowl because you claim it's un-American when this country is un-American because it was not your property, you stole it. So if anything, go to the Native Americans and go.
The Native Americans? Family, is he kicking the $2 Tonto? Did he just sit there and say, nobody is illegal on stolen land? Oh, watch it. Fam, watch the pivot. Hold up. Wait a minute. Freeze up. Y'all seeing the pivot? Y'all seeing the pivot? Fam, am I the only one catching this? Tell me I'm not alone. Tell me I'm not alone in catching the pivot. See, when all of this DAFFA starts coming out, and by the way, DAFFA sounds a hell of a lot like DACA, and they both dreaming because ain't none of them certified FBA, the real aboriginals. That be us. Did he just sit there and say nobody is illegal on stolen land? Was that the excuse that he used for Bad Bunny? And then did he follow that up by saying, well, if you got a problem with it, America's never been America anyway. We should go to the Native Americans. Aren't we the original Black Americans, Native? Aren't we the original Black Americans, Aboriginal, Indigenous, certified, foundational? Oh, I forgot. Dr. Umar doesn't believe that we are the Aboriginal people of America. He thinks that it's $2 Tonto. Sounds like the Pan-African money has dried up. So now he's trying to become a Pan-Latino. Yes, you heard it here first. Black Alpha Network. Dr. Umar is now trying to become a Pan-Latino, and he's trying to get in on the Latino community so he can merge the Latino community with the 3 Pan-Africans left so they can all come after foundational Black Americans. This is what this was about. I know there was a lot of speculation on why out of the blue Dr. Umar started talking about DAFFA, descendants of African freedmen in America, or whatever that means. This is why, family. Dr. Umar now simultaneously starts talking about $2 Tonto, nobody is illegal on stolen land, and he's about to bring up Pan-Latino. You thought it was just me bringing up Pan-Latino. Watch him do it. Let's go to work. Watch this further, family. This is the pivot. And then you got to ask, who threw some money at this man to start talking like this?
To the native Africans and ask them if they had a problem with what Bad Bunny did. But you can't go to the white man and say, did you have a problem with Bad Bunny's performance? Because the white man has no entitlement, no right whatsoever to dictate how people behave in a country he stole.
Right.
In addition to that,
So nobody can act how they want where they're from. So basically, family, he's saying that we can't do it either. So we're just lost immigrants to him.
Bunny is Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans are citizens of America. The United States will be 250 years old on July the 4th, Loan. And guess what? The United States has never had an official language until Donald Trump recently signed an executive order clarifying English as the national language of America.
Right.
So if he's speaking Spanish at the Super Bowl, why is it a problem if this country doesn't have an official language?
Stop, fam. Hold on. Beyond everything I just said, boy, is he making excuses? Y'all see how hard this man is going for Bad Bunny? What the hell is this about? Beyond everything that we talking about, fam, what the F is this? Fam, this is like excuse after excuse. Y'all hear how much sympathy and empathy and passion he got for Bad Bunny? Why the hell you so damn empathetic for Bad Bunny, Kubar? Why the hell you sitting there piping up the Latinos so damn much, Kubar? Listen to this, fam. The man done went on for 5 minutes about how wonderful Bad Bunny is. Y'all hear this? This man is piping up the Latino community way too damn much. How can you say that? There's no stolen land and people can't come here. There's no official language. Black folks need to get it together. And now watch, he straight up just puts it in his mouth. Watch this, fam.
Right? I'm going to be honest with you. My respect for the man, and I don't even know him, it went through the roof.
What?
Because I saw a Latin for the man, and I don't even know him, it went through the roof. My respect for the man, and I don't even know him, it went through the roof. Because I saw a Latino artist put Latino people on the map.
On the main stage.
On the biggest stage.
Yes.
In a way I've never seen a black artist ever do for black people.
What do you think about Kendrick's last Super Bowl performance?
Did he just leave out Kendrick? Did he, fam? Latinos were the ones running around here just 2 weeks ago, crapping on Kendrick Lamar. They was dogging Kendrick. We did a whole broadcast about it. Umar agrees with Latinos. He thinks Bad Bunny had a better performance than Kendrick Lamar. Fam, this man has completely canceled himself out. This man is on complete bum time.
Performance.
I thought Kendrick's performance was good, but in no way, shape, form, or fashion.
You didn't see any black symbolism in that? I think his whole push was trying to. Okay.
He did not highlight no artists. The closest one I'm going to give is Beyonce, when she highlighted the Black Panther Party.
100%.
I'm going to put Beyonce over.
She shook that
because it was clear cut.
Yes.
Stop. Wait a minute, fam. Wait one damn minute. Did he just sit there and say, fam, that Kendrick didn't highlight no artists? Family, Kendrick was highlighting dancers that were there. DJ Mustard came out with him. SZA was there. What is this man talking about? Now you're just making stuff up. If you love the taco truck, just admit you like the taco. And that taco, I think you like Bad Bunny's taco. Because you ride in Bad Bunny's taco too much for me. You ride in Pedro's taco too much for me. You ride in Julio's taco too much for me. You taco riding, Kubar. Now your Cubanness is coming out. Now your Cubanness is popping through the screen. This is full-time Pan-Latino. Pan-Latino is in the building.
To the fun. He even had a Latino couple get married right there at the Super Bowl.
Right.
Talk about some Latino on Latino love, saving the Latino family. Look what he did. He had them playing cards. He had them drinking. He had the music. He had the love. He had the family. Every aspect of Latino.
Damn, listen to him, fam. He piping hard. He had to do. Listen, hold up.
He had them playing cards. He had them drinking. He had the music. He had the love. He had the family. Every aspect of Latino culture he promoted, and then he hit you with the pan-Latinoism, as I would hit you with the pan-Africanism.
I told y'all. Here you go. Pan-Latinoism, just like pan-Africanism. Told you so.
As I would hit you with the pan-Africanism, he started shouting out all the Latino countries.
Yeah.
In other words, this ain't just about Puerto Rico. I'm going to go with the whole Latino movement. You see that?
Right.
So that was pan-Africanism, but flipped into Latinoism. You follow pan-Latinoism. And so what he did, I almost felt embarrassed
Damn, he felt embarrassed. Pan-Latinoism. Here you go, brothers and sisters. Every time we break new records, we break stories, and we break these tethers. Pan-Latinoism, and notice he kept going out his way to compare it to pan-Africanism. You notice that, right? Here we go. Then I'm about to freeze it so you can see how much he was smiling about it.
But flipped into Latinoism.
Look at him smiling. Damn, did that look like how it looked like when he was talking about FBA? Does that look like what it looked like when he was disrespecting us? Does that look like what it looked like when he was just going in on our lineage? Now, by the very term pan-Latinoism, that brings a smile to Dr. Kubar's face because he is a tether from Cuba.
You follow pan-Latinoism. And so what he did, I almost felt embarrassed because I've rarely seen a black artist showcase black culture the way Bad Bunny unapologetically did for his people.
Because it was
unapologetic for his people. Pan-Latinoism. There you go. There we go, family. That is exactly what we were talking about. Pan-Latinoism. You heard him say that. That ain't me. So anybody listening to this, I know they're going to take the reels. They're going to post this on TikTok. Have at it. Have fun. Go ahead and do it. I love when y'all post the stuff on TikTok. Much respect. Pan-Latinoism? Really? And then he said nobody's illegal on stolen land. Family, I hear that at ICE protests. Really? Then he said that Bad Bunny was better than Kendrick Lamar's performance. Damn. And then to top all that off, he said he was embarrassed. Family, that right there goes to show you where this man is at. That Cuban popping out real good, ain't it? Ain't it, family? This is what we mean by these people are tethers, and a tether gonna tether. That's one thing for certain, family. A tether gonna tether. They can play the game for a day, for a week, for a few months. Eventually, that damn tetherism is gonna pop out, and that's what happened right there with Dr. Kubar Vasquez. You've seen it. And family, if that ain't bad enough, I'm about to show y'all Dr. Umar now has went full scam African, and I guess scam Afro-Latinoism. Y'all watch this right here. Not only did he say all that stuff about pan-Africanism and pan-Latinoism, now I'm about to show you that he is anti-ICE and he gives his condolences and his heart was broken for Renee Good, the W woman who was unalived by the ICE agent. Listen to how we say, ain't our problem, ain't our fight, stand down. Listen to how Dr. Kubar says pan-Latinoism and he smiles. Watch this right here, family. Dr. Kubar, as of lately, has gone full Latino. Watch.
In the head 2 or 3 times by an ICE agent on the streets of Minnesota. It was unnecessary. It was wrong. It should not be tolerated. It was unnecessary. It was wrong. It should not be tolerated. An ICE agent on the streets of Minnesota. It was unnecessary. It was wrong. It should not be tolerated. And my heart goes out to her family. Yes, she was a white woman, but she was a human being, and that should have never happened to her. Now, of course, if she was black, we're not even having this conversation because it probably doesn't even make the news. We know that. But be that as it may, she was a human being. She lost her life, and maybe because it happened to her, and I wish it didn't, now maybe we can have a conversation about the excessive force that Donald Trump's ICE stormtrooper agents are employing against U.S.
What? Did he just say ICE were stormtroopers? Family, this sounds like it came straight out of a Democratic Party think tank. And family, when they say they're going to repossess your school, and they say that they're going to take all your funds and probably made some private calls about you taking money, you start wanting to take money. See, fam, when you take money, they're going to come get you for taking money. And then you going to say, I'll take some money to undo all the problems. This man went from piping Bad Bunny to piping Renee Good. And he's saying ICE are basically Gestapos. And that sounds a hell of a lot like Roland Martin. Damn, family. He even gets worse.
News. We know that. But be that as it may, she was a human being. She lost her life, and maybe because it happened to her, and I wish it didn't, now maybe we can have a conversation about the excessive force that Donald Trump's ICE stormtrooper agents are employing against U.S. citizens. So, Art, from what I saw on that video, it appeared that she was about to turn her car around or whatever. 2 ICE stormtroopers approached her. When the stormtroopers approached her, I don't know what they said, get out the car, where you going, whatever the case may be. One was standing in front, one was standing at her driver's side window. For whatever reason, Miss Renee Cook decided to drive off. Okay. And when she did that, the officer who was standing in front moved to the side. And I believe that he was the one who drew his weapon and executed her right in the head. Here's a question, Art, that I need Donald Trump to answer. Because Donald Trump, as the
Watch this, fam. Watch this. He about to go in. Watch this.
President of the United States, is the chief law enforcement officer in this country. And the question I would have for Donald Trump as the chief law enforcement officer in this country, Art, is it acceptable for police to shoot an unarmed fleeing subject? We see this all the time on the news, Art, where they kill somebody who has no weapon and are just running away. Is it acceptable to execute a person for running from the police?
What? Fam, so is he saying when an illegal immigrant runs, it's okay? When one of these W protesters tries to clip you with a vehicle, it's okay? Y'all name me anybody who's supposedly saying this right here that ain't full-time caping for them folks over there. This man done went full Renee Good. He went full anti-ICE. He done went full pan-Latinoism. Fam, I guarantee you every Julio Romero and Mrs. Sanchez across the United States of America got out their pom-poms for Dr. Umar. He is out there caping for them. And by the way, did he say anything about the young black sisters that were unalived by the illegal immigrants? No, but he's taking his time out to put on the jacket for Renee Good.
I haven't heard that question answered yet. Maybe there is an answer. I ain't seen it. And I've been asking for years. So if there's any police officers out there, lawyers out there, please tell me if it's acceptable for police to shoot an obviously unarmed person fleeing from a scene. That woman was unarmed, minding her business. She's a mother. Now her children lost their mother for an unnecessary.
What? Unarmed, minding her business? He's out here caping. That was an unarmed woman. You ain't had no business running up on Mayo Melissa. Mayo Melissa was going on about her Miracle Whip Day, and you had the nerve for this? Fam, he's sounding full Democrat right now. Add on the DAFFA. Add on the Pan-Latino. Add on the piping of Bad Bunny. He done went overboard with this right here. The man is straight up telling you that he is supporting illegal immigrants.
Unjustifiable reason that police officer executed her. She was in the head 2 or 3 times by an ICE agent on the streets of Minnesota. Here is
Damn. Y'all hear that? What about this right here?
My position on the migrant crisis and the migrant protests that are sweeping the country. No group has ever come to America to help Black people. No group has ever helped Black people. You've had individuals participate in Black struggle, but never as a community. European Jews never said we're going to help Black people as a community. Latinos never said we're going to help Black people as a community.
Whoa. So if he just said Latinos say that they will never help Black people, how the hell is he out here caping for Bad Bunny? And is he calling the ICE agents stormtroopers? ICE agents are federal agents who apprehend and detain illegal immigrants. And you got a problem with that because Pan-Africanism is open borders. Let's go there, family. Pan-Africanism is open borders. That's all it is. You can't be pro Pan-Africanism and anti-immigration. You just can't, fam. You just can't. You can't. Because if you are out here talking about Pan-Africanism, that already tells me you're for immigrants coming into this country. That's what it's about. Because remember, for Pan-Africanism, there's no such thing as a lineage, no such thing as heritage, no such thing as culture. There's no such thing as a border. And now you're starting to see Dr. Umar completely go into this whole game of caping for these individuals, sticking up for these individuals, because those individuals, clear as day, are people that he can benefit from because he has an affection for them, because that's who he really is, y'all. This is some Cubanness coming out. So now do you see the reason why you're getting things like DAFFA? You see why? Descendants of freedmen, Africans, or whatever the hell. This is why you're getting it, brothers and sisters. It's because this man is going full Democratic plantation mode. Watch this.
Focus on the whole. That's the goal. But we also got to be the lowest. So rather than build myself up, my hospitals, my schools, my banks, my trains, my import export, you see that? My industry, my own trade market, stock market, rather than build myself up to compete with everybody else, I'm just going to demonize.
But what if it's about,
So I have somebody lower than me because I want to do to somebody else what the white man been doing to me. And we all have that disease. I'm speaking universally, every African group in the world. Because remember now, I've met them all. They always looking for somebody to put under their foot. If I can't beat the white man, let them join them by having somebody under me too.
So
then how do you explain tribalism that existed way before then? Okay, proceed.
but if it's about resources and reparations, so if it's about reparations, right, for Americans, descendants of slaves, because I agree with you, I think it shrinks the coalition when we have like, you know, ADOS and FBA and Pan-Africanism and regular just black people who ain't doing none of that.
Pan-Africanism.
There ain't no coalition, family. Fam, if there was a coalition, it would have been existed. These people been around way before we started saying FBA. Fam, don't let it be known that like FBA ruined something. FBA was here. They could have been got this stuff popping. They could have been had a coalition. How come you ain't ever had none of this? Don't let them blame their failures on FBA, family. That's what they're trying to do. FBA ruined something that never existed. You had thousands of years to come up with this. You came up with nothing.
Our focus is the whole. We're the only philosophy in
Inclusive.
the world that is inclusive of everybody. Nobody else has that. They want to make you a Hebrew.
What strength is that?
They want to make you a Christian. They want to make you a monk. We don't have that. We believe in freedom of religion. We are about unity of the race. We see the African race as a family that we want to be cohesive. We play in the long game. And we are the only philosophy that has ever been pointed out by the white man as being a threat to his system. You ain't gonna see no FBA on no documents. You ain't gonna see no ADOS on no documents. You ain't gonna see no Hebrew, no more, no WAPI, and none of that. And I love them all. But what the white man said in his security memorandum was what? We cannot allow the black African and the black American to unite at all, culturally, economically, or politically. If they do, that would significantly undermine our globalization.
Yeah, so you're looking at it from a global perspective.
Is the threat, not this other crap. You don't care.
Wait a minute. Pan-Africanism is a threat. Pan-Africanism is a threat. And it's never showed up on document. Whoa, then fam, what do we call that right there? Pan-Africans used by the CIA as operatives. Look at it right there, including Marcus Garvey. Oh, don't let them tell you this thing, fam, where Pan-Africanism is something that they don't want black Americans to tap into. No, they love Pan-Africanism because it Africanizes the indigenous Aboriginal people, which be us, fam. As we proceed, we're going to get to that in a minute. Now here comes the ringer.
Yeah, about none of that stuff. Right. That's just smoke and mirrors.
You're looking at it from a global perspective. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're the only thing he worried about.
Right. Yeah. So do you agree, though, that black Americans deserve reparations? And if so, who has to play?
Deserve reparations.
So for what happened in America?
Well, remember, slavery happened to the race. That's where we're going to, you see, that's where the disagreements come in. Because slavery didn't happen to black America. Slavery happened to Africans wherever they were taken. What they did to me here is no different than what they did to me in Costa Rica.
But America don't have to pay for that. We saying if America says we're giving reparations for what happened to black people in America, who does that go to?
I disagree. Let me clarify. There is no America until July 4th, 1776. But my ancestors got here under British North American slavery, not the Spanish. They were there first, right? But Spanish don't control the United States of America, right? Anglo-Saxons do. America was born of the 13 British colonies, right? That was born July 4th, 1776. So under whose control and dominion were we from 1619 until 1776? The British.
Pan-Africanism.
Did this man just sit there and say that we need to go to the British to get reparations? Fam, y'all heard that. Y'all seen that. Y'all heard it. Everybody done watched it. Do you see that right there, family? The man just sat there and said, well, basically, we need to go to the British. Do you see how he's taking our reparations claim and moving it further and further away from us? Y'all see that? He's taking it down the street, down the block, up the corner. He's taking it everywhere except for where it needs to be. He has this obsession with taking reparations and getting it away from foundational black Americans. He done added the British to it now. Really, family? Really? The man done added the Brits to this. Well, technically, if you go there, it's the British. It was the British colony. So if you want to get reparations, you got to go to them. Why get it from us, fam? This is what we mean. This is what we mean. This is why we're looking at these people sideways. And by the way, if you want to go there about Africa, you can start with that right there. There you go. Family, that's who he wants us to share reparations with. Those individuals right there. That's who he wants to share with. That's who the man said he wants to share reparations with. That's who he said we need to all get on the same page with. That's who he said we all need to understand. That right there. So now you can see exactly what we know is that this individual is on full op time. You think those people are going to share? Here's the thing, fam. Those people over there in Africa, they don't share with other Africans. They share with their colonizers. So you go ahead and try to go get reparations and include those people. And I promise you, those people are going to give all the money to somebody else. They're going to say, here, y'all take this, y'all go in that direction, and we're going to go ahead and give it to the Asian. Yeah, go ahead, fam. You watch how quickly they will say, here, fam, Africans are giving up their resources to the white man. Do you think they give you anything other than the same exact treatment? Now, this is where Dr. Umar dove off the damn cliff with this right here. This is what we mean when we say that these individuals have lost their damn mind. Watch this right here, brothers and sisters.
My movement to counteract the negativity of these movements we're discussing is going to be the DAFFA movement. DAFFA, descendants of African freedmen in America. Remember, Loom, after freedom came, we were known as what? Freedmen. That was a legal classification. We were the freedmen. My 3 times great-grandfather George fought in the Civil War. My 4 times great-grandfather Steve fought in the Civil War. My cousins Lewis and Charles, the sons of Frederick Douglass, fought in the Civil War. I'm a descendant of freedmen who fought to keep this country from being divided. And we have rights as freedmen. So we're fighting as descendants of African, not no American.
Whoa!
Freedmen who fought to keep this country from being divided. And we have rights as freedmen. So we're fighting as descendants of African, not no American. You ain't never putting that in no title, no organization of mine. Descendants of African freedmen in America.
Damn. There you go, family. All of that so he can come up with DAFFA, descendants of Africans fleeing Africa.
In the Civil War. My cousins Lewis and Charles, the sons of Frederick Douglass, fought in the Civil War. I'm a descendant of freedmen who fought to keep this country from being divided. And we have rights as freedmen. So we're fighting as descendants of African, not no American. You ain't never putting that in no title, no organization of mine. Descendants of African freedmen in America. So my movement to counteract the negativity of the...
No, your movement was Pan-Africanism. And we don't accept none of what you're talking about. Because what you talking about ain't what we talking about, because we talking sense. There you go, family. And man, I'm telling you right now, that right there is who's a part of his group. Look at that right there, fam. He gonna have Omar out there. Yep. Burna Boy gonna show up. Yep. He gonna have all the dusty, musty, crusties, and rusties. They all gonna show up. Yep. That right there is Dr. Umar Vasquez's group. And he said it's sweeping the nation. He is down for DAFFA. And they fleeing Africa right now so fast so they can be a part of that. So really what you're doing is that you're trying to jump up off the Pan-African thing because you realize Pan-Africanism is over with. Take this as confirmation that he lost in its failure. And fam, what did they say? If you can't beat him, join him. He can't beat us. He definitely can't join us. So now he's trying to come up with his own version. Remember this, fam. If FBA was so bad and it was so divisive and so xenophobic, then what the hell you want your own version for? Why you want your version of something you said was so bad? Where's this pivot coming from? I said this years ago that Dr. Umar and everything that he says that's so anti-Black American, eventually somebody from the dominant society was going to come to him and start using him. And you're already seeing it. Now they're starting to say, well, I don't believe Black folks should get reparations. Why? Dr. Umar said he's positioned himself to be a prop for the dominant society. So now, therefore, he's trying to take terms and he's trying to remix terms and he's trying to put it all on himself. Now you want to run around here and use these different variations. You want to use these different breakdowns. You can't have none of that. None of that. No, you Pan-African, stay Pan-African. Notice, fam, he took Pan-African out. Notice that. I thought he was Mr. Pan-African. I just showed y'all this man going a whole spiel. Matter of fact, the only time he mentioned Pan-Africanism is when he was talking about Pan-Latinoism. Notice that? I thought it was Pan-African. Everything you said was Pan-African. You went around the whole world blaming Black Americans for the failures of Pan-Africanism, and now you come up with something you say is your movement, and Pan ain't nowhere in it. Pan is nowhere in what he just said, fam. Think about that. He said DAFFA. He's talking about descendants of African freedmen, whatever the hell, but he didn't say Pan. Why are you leaving out Pan? I thought that was your thing. Before you said Pan-Africanism or perish. Remember, y'all? That's what he said. So if it was Pan-Africanism or perish, then how come your new fake ass movement doesn't include the term pan? Now it's starting to sound very specific to us, as if you coming into our house trying to steal our reparations, trying to use the style and ride our wave. That's really what this is about. He's trying to use our wave that we've created. And I want everybody to enjoy themselves. All my certified foundational Black Americans who've been standing on certified business, hearing all these people get so mad at FBA. Y'all see how much FBA is blowing up right now? Do y'all see how much foundational Black Americans is blowing up? And certified salute to all of us, because we were the ones keeping it real. We were the ones who weren't falling for the fake. We weren't flogging. We were just saying foundational Black America, it is who it is. It's us, and we own it with pride. Everybody had all these things to say, and now when I turn around, they got all these broke down bootleg versions. You got Heritage American. The W's went to go get theirs. Now you got DAFFA. They had to go get one for the tethers. Everybody got to do this. And fam, didn't we just shut down all those foundational Africans a year ago? I said it the other day. The era we're in now, we're in the try to come through the window era, because they try to come in through the door. But we shut that door, the other door, everything has been sealed. So now they're trying to come up with all these different ways to try to penetrate. And that's one right there. Every week it's somebody. Doesn't Dr. Umar sound a hell of a lot like Hugo Flea, not Newton? Doesn't this sound like the Black Lion Party? Fam, it's taking something that Black Americans do, spin it internationally, and then try to feed it back like we wouldn't pick up on it. And when I tell y'all that these people are desperate, and I tell y'all that these individuals are coming up with all these different tactical measures to try to steal from foundational Black Americans, this is what I mean. Notice, y'all, these people never have anything positive to say about FBA. See, we're not some little kids out here. We understand who like us and who don't like us. If you rocking with FBA, fine. If you got a problem with FBA, F you and your mama. And if that's the case, you stay over there, and then we'll be right here. I want everybody to know this. All the things that we deal with are people who are coming to our house. There ain't no 50-50 split. Family, let me tell you something. When you come into my house, you play by my rules. Bottom line, ain't no 50-50. Somebody can come to my house and disrespect me. It ain't the same when I match the energy. Ain't no we all equal. It go both ways. What that really is them letting disrespect off the hook, because they really don't respect us. If somebody comes to your house right now, can they talk to you in your house however the hell they want to? Can they speak to you out of pocket and out of line? Can they insult your family? Somebody come to your house right now. Somebody's walked in, knocked on the door, didn't even knock on the door, just walked inside and came in there with their damn flip-flops, all dirty all over your carpet. Can they talk to you the same way that they talk to you in their house and your house? Remember this, fam. Every single person we're talking about are foreigners. Nowhere on the planet Earth can a foreigner talk to somebody who's indigenous the way these people talk to us and not get checked in the process. Y'all know, y'all with it. Y'all with all the smoke. Look at this is what I'm talking about. They don't have no problems with us. These people want to replace us. And the problem that they have is that we ain't going nowhere. This right here is who they want us to bow down for and tolerate disrespect, and Black Americans say, F no. Watch this, family.
Where's y'all's boots on the ground when it comes to real life situations? Where's y'all's boots on the ground when it comes to real life situations? You guys have a lot of energy regarding one Haitian lady coming on here saying dirty Black Americans. Her opinion is irrelevant. Why are y'all letting one person's opinion rattle y'all up so much? Who the fuck is that girl? Is she a world leader? Is she somebody that's signing checks? No, she is not. Why the fuck y'all so pressed like that? You know what I'm saying? These people in America are literally assassinating Black men, bro. FBA, y'all's people. FBA has this thing where they keep saying, this is their land. America is their land. Their ancestors built America. Well, why the fuck do you not have it in control? You guys don't control not a thing in America. You guys don't control not the planes, not the radios, not the TVs, not the schools, not the food. What the fuck do y'all control? Y'all don't control nothing. Y'all love coming on the internet and saying how much this is y'all's land. Y'all own America. Y'all own America. Y'all ancestors built America. Well, why is it that you guys have no say-so? You don't have no control over America.
This is who they want us to share reparations with. This is who they want us to make some amends with, family. Let me ask y'all a question. Are you good just being disconnected from these people? Fam, ain't it good just not being connected? What's better, fam? Being connected with this right here, or telling this right here to get the F out the way because you ain't like us. This is who they want Black Americans to just ignore, just deny, and pretend it ain't happening. She's out here defending the person that called us dirty Black Americans. You know, the same person that Dr. Umar didn't mention. Notice, Umar ain't said nothing about the disrespect that came from that woman. Umar ain't said nothing about the do-rag man. Umar ain't said nothing about the person that said that they wanted to unalive us. Pan-Africans are silent on anything that harms Black Americans, and they be the loudest one in the room if a foundational Black American matches the energy. Well, God damn it, we matching energy, because I'd be damned if my brothers and sisters is going to connect with this bonnet bum right here.
You guys don't have no privileges in America. Why is that? Can somebody, FBA, where y'all at? Y'all have all this energy towards a person's opinion about Black Americans. That lady does not have no control over any type of tangible. She is not overseeing no project. She is not nobody to give a fuck about some random girl. But what I
No. First off, we don't give a damn. Where's this thing, fam? When we check people, they think we care. When we check you, it's simply on our way to the bank. We're not like them, okay? They got to stop the car, press brakes, and then go on and go on. Black Americans check you and continue. I don't know about them. I know they get bogged down, colonized, whooped up for 100 years and can't move a step forward. Black Americans check this woman. We on to the next one. Fam, we checked her. We checked the last tethers. Why they act like us checking tethers is a new thing? One time they tell us how we spend too much time talking about tethers, and then the next time they tell us quit checking tethers. We check them, we move on. There'll be a tether today, a tether tomorrow, tether last year, tether next year, and all their asses is going to get checked. FBA, we multitaskers. We will get paid and we will check your ass all on a Tuesday night. That's how easy it is with us. And you really want us to let them off the hook. This is another Black Americans let us off the hook type of speech.
I can tell y'all is these people are literally FBA in America, and all you FBAs are sitting around letting it happen. Y'all don't have the same energy towards the people that really don't like y'all. See how y'all hate the Haitians? See how y'all can't stand the Africans? Y'all hate the Jamaicans. Y'all hate the Africans. Y'all hate the Somalians.
Fam, doesn't this sound just like Dr. Umar? I want everybody to draw the comparisons here. Umar just got done saying how much we hate all those people. Now this person's saying that we hate all these people. We don't hate nobody. Umar said that we don't focus on the dominant society. Now this person is saying that we don't focus on the dominant society. We always check in the dominant society. More cap. You notice how Dr. Umar sounds just like this person. These are TikTok tethers. Dr. Kubar is using TikTok tether language because he's a tether. And all tethers flock togethers. We said it before, fam. I don't give a damn where you are. Your ass can come from the Middle East. You can come from the middle of Africa. You can come from the middle of Asia. Guarantee you when you get here, you all got the same talking points from Black Americans because you all got the same hatred for us.
Who y'all really should hate is these people that is in y'all on y'all's own land that y'all claim y'all built. Y'all ancestors built this up, but y'all don't have no control in the land that y'all built. What do y'all control? Put it in the comments. Y'all control the Department of...
Now, I'm going to tell you what we control. Black Americans, we control our own space. But I guarantee you, who I think is Haitian, what the hell do you control in Haiti? What the hell do you control in Jamaica? What the hell do you control in Africa? And if you fled here to America, what the hell do you control here in America? Y'all asses don't control nothing. You get controlled, and then you point the finger at us when your ass is out here getting dominated by the dominant society everywhere. I don't listen to colonized people talk. And this is exactly what this individual is, colonized. They always want to talk about what Black Americans are doing better than you. That's what it is, fam. Feel proud to say it. When they say, hey, FBA, how you doing? Better than you. Hey, FBA, how's it going? Better than you. Hey, FBA, how was your day? Better than yours. Because we are just outclassing you. That's why. And this is why we don't have to go get on TikTok. I'm talking right now. I got 2.8 thousand people in here. This person is sitting here running her mouth. She only got 146 likes. And I promise you, 145 of those were flea bees just like herself. We always win. Don't be mad at greatness. Study it.
of Education? No. Y'all control the food that gets fed to y'all? No. Y'all control the Department of Justice? No. Y'all control Department of Housing? No. Y'all don't control nothing in America, but y'all have all this energy to be talking about one Haitian girl's opinion. Get y'all boots on the ground. These people is laying y'all down on the ground and shooting out in the back of the head, right? They doing that to FBA in America.
Stop. Freeze, freeze, freeze. Hold up. Wait a damn minute. Let's go further, family. Y'all notice they always talking about us like we don't have boots on the ground, but yet they always say that they attended our rallies, our marches, and our protests. Have y'all noticed that common trend? Black Americans ain't outside. Wasn't Kentucky Fried Kyle just saying that a couple weeks ago? Y'all not outside? Where y'all be? I don't see no FBAs outside. And then they turn around and always say that they're at our rallies and our protests and our marches. Which one is it? Y'all notice how these people always got holes in their statements? On one hand, they'll say, we were there with you. We marched for George Floyd. We marched against the police brutality. We marched in the civil rights era. Then on the other side, they always say, oh, no, y'all ain't nowhere to be found. Where are you? I thought you were with us. Oh, you weren't. And your ass is lying. Because you know, if you talk about what's really going on, foundational Black Americans are everywhere. That's exactly where foundational Black Americans are. And have y'all also noticed this? And I got to say this, family. You ever notice that whenever these people talk about us not being outside, do they always skip over Black Alpha? They always skip over me. You ever notice that? Family, who's been outside more than me, myself, and I? These people never mention families up there. I got stuff that went viral. It's all over the world. I'm the #1 activist. These people got a hell of a lot of time making these damn hates. They always out here continuously talking about us. Black Alpha this, Tariq is this. You ain't see us. I got pictures with me and Tariq at the damn rally for reparations. Why there's thousands of us out there? Where was you at? That's thousands of people outside. How come they always skip over the fact that foundational Black Americans are everywhere? Damn sure they don't never mention it. I seen foundational Black Americans pulling up to reparations rallies. I see foundational Black Americans out here stomping in these streets. I see foundational Black Americans everywhere. How do you know? Because I'm always out there. And guess what? When I'm out there, let me tell you who I don't see. I don't see tethers. I don't see Democratic shields. I don't even see Republicans. I don't see none of them out there. I've been to hate crimes. Nobody was there but me. Been to multiple ones. I seen the vice president last year 3 times. I seen the vice president nominee. I seen the president right now. I met the deputy of Homeland Security. I met senators. I met governors. I've been marching in the street. They pulled weapons on us in Columbia, South Carolina. In Columbia, South Carolina, we were out there and we was deep. I didn't see these people. How come they ain't got the videos? Fam, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can take Black Alpha from 2025 and you can compare that to all the tethers on the planet, and I promise you, they can't even meet me at 1%. So when you talk about who's outside, you better start talking about the man who's always outside, the #1 motherfucking activist, me. And I'm out there and I don't see nobody. So if you want to start talking about greatness, you can start with FBA. And you want to start talking about lateness, you can start with them. Remember, y'all, certified foundational Black Americans. Say it loud, we're Black and we proud. Say it low, they tell us and they broke. Proceed. This is what I mean by these individuals and the things that they come up with. This is what I mean by they don't never talk none of that damn talk. This is what I mean when I tell y'all these individuals always got something to say, but how come they ain't talking about them damn blonde wigs on these people's head? And by the way, speaking of blonde, that lady that I just showed you, she got blonde wig. So she's from the blonde wig dark knuckle community. There you go. And family, I never stopped it. I hate to do this to you, but she looks like one of those. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do it. I had to do it, fam. There you go. Shout out to you, fam. You got the FBA flag waving. Shout out to you. Yes, certified FBA. There goes the dark knuckle community. And she's also from the blonde wig community. And foundational Black Americans are from the certified community. I'll take us over her. And family, they send out a lot of people. And a lot of people talk reckless. Look at this woman. I'm going to say it blunt. FUCK FBA. Here we go. Watch it. Observe it, family. It has to be studied.
So, oh, okay.
I'm going to say it blunt. FBA and the person who started regurgitating FBA. Because if these colonizers did not respect indigenous people, original people, how in the hell anybody would follow a melanated man who now wants to be the next Jesse Jackson and rename us?
What? Excuse me, hold up. What? Is she saying that FBA is pulling a Jesse Jackson? Somebody, hey, fam, I'm lost. I'm lost, fam. I have no idea what she's talking about. FBA. FBA. You want to be like Jesse Jackson and rename us? You want to rename us again? You want to stay African American? Like what? Hold up. Tell me I didn't hear what I think I just heard, fam. Did she just say that FBA wants to be Jesse Jackson?
Follow a melanated man who now wants to be the next Jesse Jackson and rename us? FBA. Don't y'all repeat that word, FBA. Tell this, whoever this person is, Rashid, whatever the his name is, get the out of here with the You see, he sold. How you gonna start declaring a name for us and you ain't discussing with us? But people so busy looking for a savior. You see, they keep being followers and not leaders. FBA. The bottom line is these colonizers.
Damn, boy, just you feel very connected to us, don't you?
FBA. If I could just meet with this one, but if I can meet with this one, or I tear that ass up. You hear me what I say? How you gonna start doing something on behalf of all of us who done been suppressed and oppressed for over 400 years and not? Well, what are legal rights that go with FBA to this thing? You see what I'm saying? Where's our 40 acres and a mule, but you gave us FBA? We don't.
What is going on, fam? What's real?
Want no FBA. We want our land back. We want our rightful position back. You see what I'm saying? They always gonna have one that's gonna sell their soul to the devil. I'm trying to tell y'all, baby, y'all better live your life because they're gonna have so many people that's gonna be possessed by that worthless fiat money. But what is it for a man to get in the world and lose his soul? Definitely trying to want I saw FBA. I said it.
Damn. All these people mad for what reason, family? I be damned. There you go, family. People are out there and they got all these things to say. And these folks got all these issues, but ain't nobody talking about really getting to the core of the situation. Nobody's really talking about benefiting. It's just a bunch of babble. That's what it is. Now, that woman, I don't know where she's from because some people saying she's from South Carolina and they were saying that was a Geechee accent. I'm going to ask y'all, okay, because I seen people get mad and people be tripping and all that. What I do know, the first person talking, F her. This woman right here, what she's saying, F her too. However, I'm not sure where this individual was from. But what I do know for a fact, fam, is that all that talk about foundational Black Americans, what that really is that foundational Black Americans got the game on smash. That's what it is. Delineation, separation, regulating gets everything. You said she's not FBA. Y'all saying nope. Tether, island. I'm letting the family talk. This for the fam. Anybody listen to it live. The fam talking. Yep. There you go. Checkmate. Somebody said Jamaican. Somebody said not FBA. Somebody said she ain't Gullah. Checkmate. See you right there. Somebody said Wesley Snipes. God damn. That was funny. Damn. You said hell no, sounds Jamaican. Tether. There you go. FBA talk, and we walk. And that's the part that I'm speaking of, family. You see what we're saying. This all goes back to these individuals and how they be out here watching, observing foundational Black Americans. Y'all saying that's tether. Yep. Somebody said New Orleans. If we got New Orleans in the house, somebody said it ain't Gullah. Somebody said it ain't Louisiana. There they go. I see the brother. I see y'all in here. Talk your talk, brothers and sisters. I like what I'm seeing. Family. Yes, indeed. And family, when I tell y'all these people be compromised and there's a lot of funny things going on, let me show y'all something that highlights even further. Let me see what y'all got. I'm seeing y'all. I'm looking at all y'all right now. Y'all talking that good talk. I'm loving it. Somebody said she the Big Shirley of tethers. That is funny as hell. Yes, it is. Fam, let me show y'all this right here, though, while we in here cooking. This shows you exactly what I mean when I tell y'all that these people always gonna go back to their folk, when they go back to who the hell they are, when they go back to what they be talking about. Y'all watch this right here, and y'all tell me, are these individuals out here trying to perpetrate the fraud? Are these individuals out here flogging? Are these individuals faking the front? Do they got to lie to kick it? You let me know something. Watch this, fam. This is why you're getting all of that talk about Dr. Umar and pan-Latinoism, because we've exposed this. Everybody knows it. Dr. Umar is Cuban, hence the name Cubar Vasquez. Watch.
Peace and love, Black families. The Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson, live and direct. I'm here in Cuba. We down on the South Coast having a good time, really enjoying myself. You know, I have a great grandfather who was from Cuba, who migrated to the United States of America. I had the blessing of meeting him prior to his transition. Peace and love, Black families. The Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson, live and direct. I'm here in Cuba. We down on the South Coast having a good time, really enjoying myself. You know, I have a great grandfather who was from Cuba, who migrated to the United States of America. I had the Cuba who migrated to the United States of America. I was from Cuba who migrated to the United States of America. I had the blessing of meeting him prior to his transition. Peace.
There you go, family. For those who didn't know, family, Dr. Umar is full-time Cuban. And this is why you start to hear all the scam Africanism pop out. And this is why you hear all of that nonsense about Afro Latinos and all these other damn things. Dude ain't even on our same side. So it's more tether talk. And when you talk about tethers, that is what you see. Because tethers gonna flock together. Y'all still lighting no girl up in the chat, boy. Y'all lighting her up. Hell no. Somebody said her face way too damn strong. Love it. One thing about FBA, fam, we gonna hear what you say. And we're going to see what you do. And then we're going to tell whether you us or not. And remind you, a lot of these people may have Geechee in them. And then they also may have Jamaican or Haitian as well. Or a little bit of African. Somebody said it the best. You might have a little bit with a tether twist. So keep an eye on them folks with the tether twist. And foundational Black Americans, we fool 100%. And when I tell you we fool 100%, you got to watch for these individuals popping out. Dr. Umar has been on real strange time. And we've been seeing his strange time. A lot of people have been looking at some of the things he's been saying, and they've been calling cap on it. They've been calling it out. They've been exposing it. Family, I'm going to show y'all this clip where Dr. Umar is starting to get a lot of white fans. A lot of W's is loving Dr. Umar Johnson. Yes, the hell they are. You want to know where all these pivots are coming from and why he's turning the page and saying all these things that are outlandish? I'm going to show y'all. Dr. Umar, through his rhetoric, don't think for 1 second that somebody ain't came. Let me ask y'all a question in the chat, y'all. Let me ask y'all a question. Who's paying Dr. Umar at this point? Who's paying him? Because let's go down the line, fam. It's all alleged. But I mean, don't make it so strong alleged by your behavior. Dr. Umar pops up and says that they're about to take his school from him. Straight up. He said, hey, it's about to be gone. They're about to come and take it. Then out of nowhere, Dr. Umar starts popping up, talking about Bad Bunny. He starts talking about DAFFA. He starts talking about pan-Latinoism. And he's really sounding like Roland Martin now. As a matter of fact, Dr. Umar and Roland Martin both have the same reparations agenda. No reparations for Black Americans. Dr. Umar and Roland Martin are both Caribbean tethers. Dr. Umar has the same exact reparations plan as the Democratic Party. So I'm asking y'all, who's paying them? Somebody said the DNC. Another person said DNC. Somebody said Bad Bunny. Well, let me show y'all right now. When I tell y'all that these W's are starting to get real close to Dr. Umar Vasquez, it is what it is. Remember, y'all, if they investigate you for taking money, your way out of it is by taking money. Let me double up and bring it back. When they look at you getting all those donations, Cash App, when they watching Dr. Umar take all those donations, get all that money from people and ain't gave it back, everybody's been looking at funny because we're sitting there saying, how in the hell do you take money for this long? You've got all these people saying, what the hell's up with the school? You ain't built nothing. You're not showing nothing. You're not even showing the inside of the school or nothing. They said they're going to take the school from you and then people ain't came looking for you. Black Lives Matter, for instance, got caught taking billions of dollars. Not near one of those individuals got brought up on charges for taking billions of dollars. When the hell has a melanated person ever scammed money and ain't went to jail? Family, I know people that miss parking tickets and go to jail. But you mean to tell me these people are scamming millions and billions and nobody's getting no handcuffs? And then when you add that to Dr. Umar now was talking straight up Democratic agenda. No reparations, FBA xenophobic. Where you heard that from? The Democrats. Pan-Latinoism. He loved Bad Bunny's performance. Where do you hear that from? The Democrats. Nobody's illegal on stolen property. No one's illegal on stolen land. And ICE are stormtroopers. Where do you hear that? The Democrats. So all you got to do is line it up, and then you can tell who is paying this man. That's where the pivot comes from. And family, there's been a lot of W's that have been popping up next to Dr. Umar. And I'm going to show y'all right now. A W pops up on Umar, says how much he loves Umar. Watch this. Do y'all think this is plot, plan, and strategize? I believe so. Let's go.
A lot of you don't have a purpose. A lot of you don't have a purpose. All right now. Excuse me, I have an interruption. We have a visitor.
Yes, sir. How can I help you? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's everything? All right. All right.
I've seen you before. I've seen you down here, and I respect what you do.
Appreciate
I love
you,
what
bro.
you do.
Thanks for the love.
I just, obviously, I know,
it's all right. It's all right. Talk to the people one time.
What the is going on in the streets of America? Who the hell is this guy? Where the hell did Brad pop up? Who called Chad? Why is Ken here? Why does Spencer love Dr. Umar? And how the hell did it pop up out of nowhere? And why did you put the camera on him? Oh, we got to dig deeper than this, family. Let's go.
Here, and I respect what you do. I love what you do.
Thanks for the love.
I just, obviously, I know,
it's all right. It's all right. Talk to the people one time.
To say what Dr. Umar is doing is a great thing, and I always vouch for Dr. Umar. I'm down here in Wilmington. I'm a landlord down here. I do all Section 8 rentals. I work with people down here, and everybody wants to talk shit. Everybody wants to talk bad on the school.
Yes.
The school is right here. I always tell people it's right on 17th Street, 623 East 17th, right down here in Wilmington, Delaware. It's being worked on.
Yes,
and if you want to contribute to it, it's right here. It's real.
Right.
It's legit. It's not a scam. People think it's a scam.
Yes,
people want to talk shit. It's real.
Yes,
and it's a lot of.
Why is this man giving a whole speech? And why is Umar in the back saying, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir? Family, this sounds scripted to me. Fam, you mean to tell me we're just out there handling our business, randomly a W comes in, and he shoots a whole promo for Dr. Umar's school. Then he tells everybody to leave Dr. Umar alone. And he tells everybody it's not a scam. How do you know that we feel he's scamming? How do you know he's under pressure? How do you know we questioning him? Because I know, based on your complexion, you ain't tapped in with the black community. Other than somebody told you to say this. Somebody brought you in and all of this was played out. It's one thing that he pops up. It's another thing that he goes into immediate Dr. Umar defense mode. Strange.
Talk to the people one time.
To say what Dr. Umar is doing is a great thing, and I always vouch for Dr. Umar. I'm down here in Wilmington. I'm a landlord down here. I do all Section 8 rentals. I work with people down here, and everybody wants to talk shit. Everybody wants to talk bad on the school.
Yes.
The school is right here. I always tell people it's right on 17th Street, 623 East 17th, right down here in Wilmington, Delaware. It's being worked on.
Yes,
and if you want to contribute to it, it's right here. It's real.
Right.
It's legit. It's not a scam. People think it's a scam.
Yes,
people want to talk shit. It's real.
Yes,
and it's
sir.
a lot of work.
Yes,
people
it is.
think it's just easy. Oh, why can't you just open the school? It's a lot of work.
Yes,
this
it
is
is.
An abandoned building
Yes, it
that he
is.
bought down here. Had to pay a ton of back taxes. I did my research.
Yes,
Dr. Umar.
sir. Yes, sir.
It's legit. It's real. The school's going to open. It's being worked on, and it's going to be a great thing for the people in this community.
Appreciate that.
Everybody down here, if you don't want to contribute to it, then hey, that's fine. But at least recognize what he's doing and what he's trying.
What? What the hell? Fam, he's sitting there saying his name is Dr. Umar Johnson. He's a Pan-African. He was born in August. He likes long walks on the beach in Zimbabwe. The man is going on a whole promotion for Dr. Umar. Literally. What the hell does this guy? Then he's saying if you want to contribute, I bet he never goes to his people and says this. How come you ain't going to your community and telling your community to go ahead and contribute to this? Why don't you go to the Miracle Whip side of town and say any of this? This sounds very, very funny style, brothers and sisters.
Yes, it is. He bought down here, had to pay a ton of back taxes. I did my research, Dr.
Yes, sir.
Umar.
Yes, sir.
It's legit. It's real. The school's going to open. It's being worked on, and it's going to be a great thing for the people in this community.
Appreciate that.
Everybody down here if you don't want to contribute to it, then hey, that's fine. But at least recognize that what he's doing and what he's trying to do is a great thing for everybody. And that's all I wanted to say. And I just wanted to respect.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate you, bro.
I always wanted to donate, but I didn't know if I could donate.
Yeah, unfortunately, the donations is an all African thing out of self-determination.
Stop. Family, what the hell did we just look at? Family, what the hell is this? Have we ever been talking about foundational Black American issues and then some random Bob shows up and it goes on a whole spiel about how great FBA is and how they want to donate to our causes? Have we ever been talking about an anti-Black American hate crime protection and then out of nowhere some random Bob pops up and says that he supports us? I've never seen this before. Never. And the fact that Umar put the camera on dude is even more suspect. I'm just saying, fam. If it ain't something that you can pinpoint, then it's probably some BS. That was very, very strange, very hyperbolic, and I don't believe you. And the fact he said, I just won't say that, go. Family, normally it's like, hey, say hi, say bye. This man went on for a whole infomercial. The man gave a whole damn infomercial about Dr. Umar's school. Seemed to know a lot, too. He seemed to know a lot more than your typical W knows. I don't really know too many W's who know that many ins and outs and know that many variables and details about what we got going on. This man knew all the nuances. He knew the school, the time, what Umar's doing. And then he said, I wish that I could donate. And Dr. Umar said, no, you can't. How do you know who donates if you're taking Cash App money? I'm just saying. That right there is more time that you see with Kubar starting to sound more and more like people who are down with the dominant society and somebody getting broke off the bag. Family, the dots are easy to connect if you simply just watch it. And this is what I mean. You can look and you can see everything that these people put on the forefront. And Black Americans, we've been calling out. See, one thing they don't like, fam, is that certified foundational Black Americans, we've been watching everything and nothing moves us. Nothing gets past us. We see it before you do it. We already know what the plan is, what the agenda is, where you coming from with it. And therefore, you can't move the crowd. And that's what these people are doing. They're not moving the crowd. And one of the things that we've been highlighting and putting on the main stage is, Dr. Umar, you're never talking about what happens when people go over to Africa. You're not talking about what happens to Black folks. This is one of our biggest gripes about Pan-Africanism is that Pan-Africans never give Black Americans a heads up about what happens when we go over there. Dr. Umar can sit there and do 100 interviews, not mention Black folks getting unalived in Africa at all. As a matter of fact, family, I mention more times where Black folks go over there and get harmed than Dr. Umar does, and he'll go speak on 1,000 platforms. So if you speak on 1,000 platforms, but you don't mention us one time, but Bob shows up and Bob gets a whole goddamn infomercial promoting you and basically saying Black Americans ease up off of Dr. Umar. Did y'all notice that, family? Did y'all notice that? That was the main thing Bob was just saying. Bob was basically saying Black Americans be nice to Dr. Umar, trying to get us off of his scent, trying to get us to ease back on some of the off-coded behavior he's been doing. That's what Bob is, fam. It's not just what someone says in terms of their particular words. It's about where they're trying to persuade you. And we're people that they're always trying to persuade because people know they can't see us eye to eye. So they'll always try to come up with a persuasive term. It's always stop delineating. Stop calling out tethers. Stop focusing in on people. Quit checking people. And my answer to that simply is hell no, F no, and F you. Check this out right here, family. This is what I mean. Them people been going over there and they've been having hardships, and it ain't too good. Stay up in America, family. Be cautious when you travel. Watch this.
A Black American man moves to Africa to escape white tea supremacy, only to experience African supremacy.
Y'all taking advantage of people out on the street. Look, they all in my bag. They searching me, but they ain't gonna stop a white and a Chinese person. This dude right here, he a little rude. He a little rude right here. But this dude right here, look at him. He going crazy.
So in Africa, you can't throw the race card as a Black American. Are you serious? So in Africa, you can't sue the African police because they don't have no money as a Black American. So in Africa, you can't even shine awareness on the situation that you're being singled out as a Black American being harassed by African police. They're not going to give no spotlight to that. And who cares if they treat the Chinese and the white people better than you as a Black American in Africa? No one cares because it's Africa. It seems.
Stop. Somebody in the chat said that Bob was singing "Pick That Robin Clean." Y'all know from Sinners. Y'all know that was funny. I caught that. I had to freeze what dude's saying right now. Much respect. That was funny. They got all the fam. Did dude go full Remick talking to Kubar? And did Kubar let him in? Did Kubar let old buddy in? Hold on, let me let this ride and we're going to get right back to it, family.
Like you have more rights in America as a Black American than as a Black American in Africa. Think about that. A Black American man moves to Africa.
There you go, family. That's what's waiting for you when you go over there. That's what's waiting for you when you encounter those people. Shout out to the team. Family, did Dr. Umar let the vampire in? Did he? Did he let the vampire in? Because that was real, fam. Somebody said it best. Either that's your handler, that's the person paying you, or you done let Remick walk right in. They done picked that Robin clean. Boy, they was singing. They had the banjo out, every goddamn thing. And Dr. Umar said, come on in. That ain't FBA energy. That ain't certified. Hell to the no. Like I said before, first off, you ain't interrupting me when I'm talking, especially when you one of them from that community or any damn community that ain't my community. You're not interrupting me. Second off, you damn sure ain't getting put on the camera. You be lucky if you get a high and buy. I ain't even gonna give you that. Dr. Umar put the camera on him. Dude gave a whole spiel. How do you know, family? Because what if he started going in on Dr. Umar saying reckless stuff? Would Dr. Umar recorded him then? That's off-brand. That's very off-brand that some random Bob is walking down the street. You see Bob, give him the camera. He says all these flattering things about you. Notice, y'all, Bob said everything positive about Umar that we've been calling out Umar for, almost as if he was sent in to smooth things out. He didn't come up there and talk about the weather. He didn't talk about football games. He didn't say, how's your day going? He didn't say no common chat for a common stranger. So it's making me wonder, was he a stranger at all? And are you a little more plugged into him and his community more than you showing? Family, this man had a whole interview with dude. Dude was saying all the stuff that we critique Umar about. And then he walked off and Umar said, okay, thank you. Why he turned around and asked for cash apps and donations. This is what we're talking about. Look at this right here, family. I want everybody to see this. This is what I mean. And I'm going to tell you right now, the individual is probably listening right now. We dropped a video just yesterday, me and my sister Natural completely destroying the game, wrecking everybody. You know, because we be over here tether regulating and not playing tether patty cake. Big ass difference. Notice how these people pop up out of nowhere. And what's the thing they always do, family? They always say, as a Black person, as a Black American, and they don't be Black Americans. Watch the people who always lead by saying, as a Black person. For instance, when I come on live, I don't say, hey, everybody, as a Black person, smash the like button. Hey, everybody, as a Black person, share this video. Hey, everybody, as a Black person, I'm the #1 activist. Black Americans don't lead by saying as a Black person. And anytime you see somebody saying that as a Black person, they're really not a Black person. They damn sure ain't certified foundational Black American. They are probably ops and mops. That's who the hell they really be. Because that as a Black person, that's always used to smooth things out, let somebody off the hook, or write passes for other individuals. Family, have you ever went to a family reunion, showed up with some soda or pop? It depends on where you're from, soda, pop, wherever you say, whatever your lingo is, because y'all know FBA, we may say soda, we may say pop. What do y'all say, by the way? What do y'all say? I'm asking everybody out here right now, because I know I got some brothers and sisters that swear by God it's soda, don't say pop. And then I know some brothers and sisters say pop, and they say don't say soda. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all say, where you from. Tell me where you from and tell me what you say. All right? Because y'all know FBA, we got our own thing. You know, Africans, they'll start a war over that. Like, you say soda, you say pop, and then they pulling out the arms on each other, right? This is the people they want us to share reparations with. They'll go to war over a name. We ain't going to war with them folks over being on the same team because we not. What do you say? Soda, soda, pop, pop, pop. Drink. Somebody said drink. You from the South. Pop, pop, pop. Soda, soda, soda. There they go. Soda, soda, soda. Detroit says pop. There they go. I love us. Don't you love us? Nobody can do this but us, family. Everybody else is sitting there feuding and fighting and fussing. We over here talking about soda and pop, and what do we say? Who ain't got no culture? Who don't run this? Who ain't the culture? We are. Look at that. Soda NY. There they go. Pop. Chicago. Pop. Soda in Philly. There they go. There they go. Cleveland says pop. Damn, look at all these, fam. Soda water. There they go. Somebody said cold water. Ohio pop, no sugar. Much love. Who ain't got a culture? Damn it. Black Americans, we can talk about war and resistance all the way down to soda and pop. Can you do that? No, you can't. But family, let me tell y'all what they do. These individuals, yeah, Baltimore, I see Baltimore, certified salute. These people have been popping up saying, as a Black American, have you ever went to a family reunion and you brought your soda or pop, or you brought some food, some hot dogs, some hamburgers, and say, hey, everybody at the family reunion, as a Black person, I brought the hamburgers. Hey, as a Black person, I bought the hot dog buns. Hey, as a Black person, I brought some sweet potato pie. We don't say that. So if somebody does say that, they ain't Black Americans. Shout out to my sister Natural Torah, because she pointed out something to me about some of these people that been hating. Look at this right here, family, my certified foundational Black Americans. Y'all look at your screen right now. Look at your screen right now and let me show y'all this. This is the video that we just dropped yesterday. And, you know, it might be like 20-something thousand views. Who knows? But look at this right here. Somebody says, first off, it's BBC, which they like BBC. I know you do. You like that TBBC, that tether version. Somebody says FBA equals false beliefs advertised. That's corny as hell. You know that ain't no Black American. Fam, you know that ain't no damn Black American who says some whack stuff like that. Hell to the no. FBA, false beliefs advertised. Then they said hashtag wannabes, but they got a space between the hashtag and the wannabes. You couldn't even type out wannabes correct. If you don't get the hell up out of here, how you put a gap between the hashtag and the statement? That means it ain't a hashtag. They out there stumbling out the brakes right now. Goddamn. And then at the bottom it says, FBA is a fake movement by Tariq. And yes, I'm Black. And yes, I'm American. Fight me. Family, do you believe this person is an American? Do you really believe this person probably in there watching right now, gonna watch the replay and then get mad at Black Alpha and say, Black Alpha, you lie. You wrong, Black Alpha. Yep, and Black Alpha's more famous than you are. I win. Family, do y'all think this is a Black American? Do you really? Do you think this person got any Black American in them? No, you don't. Neither do I. No, Black Americans understand to put the hashtag on the word. And we also wouldn't come up with something as corny as false beliefs advertised. There's a hell of a lot of more things you can do. My sister Natural pointed out something when you look at this individual's page. Family, look what music this individual's been listening to on their page, family. Look at this right here. Look at that. Fam, look at all that African music you see right there. You ain't no damn Black American partner. You ain't no damn certified partner. You go ahead and come up with another one for somebody else, but we know damn well you ain't us. Hell to the no. Yeah, that's immigrant grammar. Good point. Absolutely. Look at this, family. Look at all that music. Peru, Fireboy, OJU, that's too many U's. I don't listen to that. Godly, Loading, fam, we don't listen to that. That ain't on our playlist as Black Americans. You can go ahead and get the hell up out of here with that one. Look at this right here. Look at this, my good brothers and sisters, certified foundational Black Americans. You see how we be exposing these people and people who come around and say that I'm Black American too. Family, they're out there listening to people. Rundown. He's a Nigerian singer, songwriter, producer from Nigeria. Black Americans don't listen to none of that. Black Americans ain't hearing none of that. Black Americans ain't falling for none of that. What about this right here, fam? You see this? Look even further. You can even tell that these individuals done crashed out in real time. Look at the songs. Nigerian right there. Another Nigerian. Another Nigerian. Another Nigerian. Another Nigerian. Black Americans ain't listening to none of that garbage. You ain't no Black American and all that. As a Black American, I feel this way. No, as a Black American, I know your ass is a tether. And you mad that we out here exposing y'all And you mad the fact that none of that stuff works on us. So you and all your tether music and that tether BC that you like, y'all can go ahead that way and have fun in Nigeria, and we're going to be great here in America exposing people like y'all. Remember, these people in our house. They're in our house, so you're going to play by our rules. And one of our rules is don't come around us talking that black stuff, because we got a culture, okay? And if we can sit there and tell you how we say soda or pop throughout all 50 states, we can see your hairline is not indigenous. We can see your jawline is not aboriginal. And we can see that you putting the hashtag here and the words here mean your ass is not of the lineage. Family, let me show y'all more not of the lineage talk. And you got to be cautious of this, because these individuals who are not of the lineage always come with some type of cap. Keep your eyes on the screen, my brothers and sisters. Remember Dr. Umar said he loves Bad Bunny and Bad Bunny's so great? Let me tell y'all what a lot of Latinos were saying. So while he was trying to get us to put on the cape for Latinos, Latinos were saying things like this. This woman says that she's a Black American, but she doesn't like FBA. Y'all watch this.
Time for a little FBA versus BA 101. Now, for the last 2 days, you have your foundational Black Americans and your Black Americans fighting over, not fighting, but it's basically arguing over the fact who's better, whose halftime show was better, how many numbers, and all that dumb shit. Now, there's a difference between foundational Black Americans and Black Americans. This is a new generation thing, all right?
No, there's not. No, there's not. There ain't no difference between FBA and Black American. We put FBA, we put foundational on Black American, simply just to be slightly more exclusive, family. No, don't listen to none of that, fam. Don't listen to none of that. That's people trying to cause a little slight division, and they want it bad, y'all. Because then eventually they'll start saying there's no Black or American. Fam, eventually they're going to start putting these gaps in between everything we do. Everything. They'll start splitting this, splitting that, and next thing you know, we'll be sitting there saying, well, we got 5 letters left. Pick one. Watch it, y'all.
I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and I never seen no shit like this. Black Americans were Black Americans, and we were all Black, and we embraced other Blacks, okay? And so all of a sudden, you got these FBA motherfuckers, and they're bigots and xenophobic, and they only accept Black people from the United States. No Caribbean Blacks, no African Blacks.
What do you mean accept what? Like accept them into your lineage? You can't accept somebody into a lineage, y'all. Either you are or you ain't. Y'all notice they try to make it look like lineage is something like a revolving door. You can be accepted into a lineage. Fam, let me be accepted into the Hamptons tonight. Let me be accepted into being in the Billionaires Club. This ain't something of acceptance. It ain't something of belief. It ain't something of you're called. It is what the F it is, just like you is a tether.
No Latino Blacks. Anything that is outside of the United States, they don't want to hear it. They are vile. They are bigots against their own race. And they are dividing. And this is why a lot of y'all are seeing Black hate when it comes to Bad Bunny. All right. Black Americans had no part of that. We were right there jamming with y'all. We was excited. We were.
So it was FBA who didn't rock with Bad Bunny, but Black Americans did. And Black Americans are FBA. And I know people who just go by Black American and they didn't rock with Bad Bunny. So family, she can't speak for people who just say Black American, because I got a hell of a lot of friends that say Black American and they didn't rock with Bad Bunny. So you're lying. And I'm going to be honest with you. This woman looks like she's Puerto Rican or Cuban. I don't get Black American from this woman.
In the mood, all of that. And as far as I'm concerned, I thought the FBAs were too, but apparently not. Because they're over here bitching about a whole bunch of shit and comparing the whole Kendrick Lamar halftime show. And I don't like that shit. I think both of these men did their damn thing. And anyway, that's neither here nor there. When you see these comments by Black people and you're like, yo, what the fuck? Why y'all supporting us? That is not Black Americans. Those are these uppity ass niggas that think they are better than any other Black person in this planet. Okay. And I think I brought that down. Look at these comments.
Stop. Stop. That woman is not talking about the Latinos and all the derogatory terms that the Latinos had for Kendrick Lamar. Notice, telltale sign. How do you detect these tethers? She completely skipped over all of the Latinos being extremely anti-Black American. And by the way, doesn't she sound a hell of a lot like Dr. Umar? Family, she sounded just like Dr. Umar. Loving Bad Bunny, but saying nothing about the people in their community that were so angry towards us. It's always got to be blaming us. And what she thinks she's going to do is say Black Americans were for Bad Bunny, foundational Black Americans weren't. While people who identify just as Black Americans and people who identify as FBA or people who just don't care and say both, those people all were standing on lineage. It ain't one or the other, family. It's the same thing, and we standing on lineage together. And let me tell you what we seen about these people with them little accents that be talking. Y'all look at your screen. Look at your screen, family. I'm Boricua in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go, family. Ain't no Black American running around here talking that nonsense. Ain't no Black American falling for the games. And ain't no Black American getting tied up. Certified foundational Black Americans see through your ass every time you talk, Mrs. Boricua. That right there, family, is Taco Tina. And Taco Tina needs to sit her ass down and stay down because you ain't one of us. Never have, never will be. It's easy like that, fam, when you're certified. That right there is the pan-Latino that Dr. Umar's always talking about. But a pan-Latino, a pan-African, a pan-Asian, and a pan-Europeaner ain't none of them foundational Black Americans. That be us. Let me show y'all even further, fam. Y'all know that person that came out just a few days ago and talking about dirty Black Americans. And by the way, they done put up her work. They done reported her, all that, because that's what FBA been out here doing. While they sitting there just hating on us for 10 years straight, we out here making moves. I know they don't want to accept that, acknowledge that, but that's cool because nobody's listening to them anyway. Here's the thing, fam. Remember, everybody who hates on FBA, nobody pays them any attention. Foundational Black Americans talk, everybody listens. So again, up here, down there, we winning. Let me show y'all this though, fam. Y'all look at all these people who came out and they started defending her. Yes. Did y'all see any Haitians come out and say that that was wrong, what that woman said? Did you see any Pan-Africans come out and say that was wrong? All the tethers who always crying, saying FBA is a hate group and so xenophobic, notice that they didn't say anything about this Haitian person who called us dirty Black Americans. Y'all look at the excuses that came from the Haitian community, and then you tell me again, family, why would anybody want Black Americans to connect with something we've never been connected to? Look at it. Watch the excuses, family, from the Haitian community.
Okay, so what the Haitian woman did is a reverse psychology. She did a reverse psychology on the Black Americans because some of the Black Americans are asking people, where you from? What's your name? What's your nationality? And she just did a reverse psychology. She's not a bad person. I just hate the fact she says dirty Black American. When she says dirty Black American, she doesn't mean you dirty. She means that whatever you're saying is not nice.
What? What the hell did she just say? When she says that you are dirty, that does not mean you are dirty. She not mean it. She means that you're just not nice. Then why didn't she say you're not nice? She said dirty. Fam, they are absolutely okay with this. Watch it even more, even more. Let's go.
Yeah, man, like I said, don't let that little fake ass video, don't let that fake video make y'all think that it's a Haitian versus American beef or American versus Haitian beef. That shit dead, nigga. Haitians and American ain't beefing no more. That shit old news. Nigga, Haitians and Americans tied in. First thing first, y'all should. First thing first, them two niggas on the podcast was supposed to set the terms and agreements to the podcast, right? That's who y'all need to be. That's where the outrage should go to. It should go towards the men. All right, because the man is...
Look now, fam. He don't want to talk about the woman and what she said. Here's another Haitian caping, y'all. These are caping Haitians. Now he said, let's talk about the host. We talked about them, but we're going to talk about who said it, though.
The leader, they let that lady come up on their little podcast and say that dumb shit.
There's a video on social media where a lady claimed being Haitian, called Black American dirty. That created a lot of outrage in the Black American community. So we want to investigate.
Stop real quick. Hey, y'all made a point. Oh, buddy talking about we are connected. No, that boy, please. What are you talking about? He said we've been connected with Black. Notice, fam, this man never says Black Americans. Y'all listening to this, right? Notice, y'all, he never said Black Americans. He kept saying Haiti and America. See, he don't want his TPS to get violated. Listen, fam, he never says Black America in Haiti. He keeps on saying America. He's talking to the white man. In translation, tether translation, because you know you got to pull out your rose tether stone to translate what they're saying. He's really saying Haitians and white Americans are on the same team. Don't deport me. That's what that is, fam. He didn't even mention Black folks. And whenever they don't say Black Americans, I already told y'all, they think America is W's anyway. That's Zaddy's household to them. And that's what he was up to. I see through you, Tether Man.
To the podcast, right? That's who y'all need to be. That's where the outrage should go to. It should go towards the men. All right? Because the man is the leader. They let that lady come up on their little podcast and say that dumb shit.
There's a video on social media where a lady claimed being Haitian, called Black American dirty. That created a lot of outrage in the Black American community. So we want investigation. Okay, that lady need to clarify what she said, or we need a full investigation. We have to track that lady to find out who she exactly is, because I don't think somebody can just go somewhere and say something like that. The only thing that I heard is when somebody asked her, where you from? She said, why? Are you Black American? That's the moment. That's what she said. Sometimes they try.
This man said a full investigation. What the hell is this? NCIS? What do you mean a full investigation? We need to investigate. Fam, doesn't this sound like we need to study reparations? Ain't this what this is, fam? A stall tactic? We are investigating. I am on the case. Mrs. Fufu will be brought to justice. Mr. Zandar, he will be on the case as well. And we will bring this person to absolute responsibility. And by the way, man, that hairline is whooping his ass. That hairline look like it need a parachute. Any second it's about to jump off. Damn. Ain't no damn investigation, homie. Ain't no investigation. We gonna check you, and then we gonna check the next person. Miss me and skip the damn investigation, homeboy. How you gonna do it? Investigate the colonizer. Investigate where that hairline gonna be tomorrow. Because the damn sure ain't gonna be on your head, because it's barely on your head now. That's the investigation you need to worry about. Kodak, crack.
They're trying to attack the Asian people, okay? But not me. Not me. Nobody never attacked me. I don't allow that.
It's literally me and my love.
I'm sorry, fam. What the hell was that laugh at then? Not me. Not me. Slow down.
But not me. Not me. Nobody never attacked me. I don't allow that.
It's literally me.
Not me. Nobody never attacked me. I don't allow that.
It's literally me and my love for Haiti against the world. Like, I love it. I just love it because y'all can never make me hate Haiti. Like, y'all cannot. So, like, I don't care if I come off soon. I don't care if I come off obsessed or whatever you guys say. Like, I can never be Haitian. I don't give a shit. Who gives a shit? It's my content, okay? It's my content.
All right, let me say this, even though I know a lot of people might not even care to hear it, but I'm going to say it anyways. So in regards to the Haitian girl who was on that podcast and made those disgusting comments. As a Haitian person who was born in Haiti and migrated to the U.S., I've lived in the US all of my adult life and some of my childhood life, teenage, whatever, years here in the US, and been here since. The last time I was in Haiti was 2007 when my grandma passed away. That was the last time I went to Haiti.
Damn. Why don't you go back to your homeland? Why? Your homeland is there. It's not like it's on the other side of the earth. Family, watch this person do what you've seen all too many times. She's about to go into the, I've never seen a Haitian ever say none of this. Fam, what they always try to do is just a few bad apples tethers. That's the same thing the dominant society does. You know, it's just a few bad police officers. It's just a few bad Klansmen. It's just a few bad anti-Black racists. What you see now is just a few bad apples tethers. Your ass got it from your parents, who got it from their parents, who got it from their parents, because tetherism and anti-Black American racism, that is cultural. Watch her try to smooth it out.
So speaking for myself and how I was raised and how I grew up, never, ever, ever, ever did my Haitian family refer to anyone, regardless of where you came from, as dirty. So no, please understand, this is not a Haitian thing. This is not a Haitian thing. We don't look down on anyone. And at least I'm speaking for myself and my family, because we know where we're from. We know where we came from. So understand that what one person does from a particular group, it affects everyone else, right? Because now the whole idea around it is that this is how we speak, this is how we view other people, but that's further from the truth. Further from the truth. And again, I can't speak for anyone else, anybody else. But I'm speaking for, since I've been here, the people that I've been around, whether it was family, friends, or whomever that are Haitian, we've never.
Okay, so what the Haitian woman did is a reverse psychology. She did a reverse psychology on the Black Americans, because some of the Black Americans are asking people, where you from? What's your name? What's your nationality? And she just did a reverse psychology. She's not a bad person. I just hate the fact she says dirty Black American. When she says dirty Black American, she doesn't mean you dirty. She means that whatever you're saying is not nice.
There you go, family. That's how they feel. Excuses, excuses, excuses. And you know what they say about excuses? Excuses are for losers. Sam, so the woman said it was, let's go through the lies and excuses, fam, okay? Dirty Black Americans cannot be said any more clear. Fam, there's nothing to gauge here. We're not trying to judge anything. There ain't no different way that you can decipher that. I interpreted that way because it was said that way. Fam, it was reverse psychology. She really meant that we're just not nice people. The other guy said he wants to have an investigation. Somebody in the chat said he's going to head the investigation. I like that. Shout out to you. Yep. And then you seen the other woman said, well, you can't make me stop liking Haiti. And then the other woman said, ain't nobody ever said that, and it's not reflective of them. Let me say this, fam. When you talk about the dominant society, how the dominant society has anti-Black American culture and it gets passed down, that's the same exact thing with all the puppets for the dominant society. They all have this. This is why we were calling out the guys from the podcast last week, because he was sitting there trying to make it look like, well, we don't know where it comes from. It comes from their household. Remember, fam, anytime you see somebody say a derogatory racial trope or slur towards foundational Black Americans, you're not dealing with that individual for the last 5 minutes. You're dealing with their culture for hundreds of years. It took hundreds of years for this to be passed down. Culture only gets maintained if it's done by thousands to millions of people over a long-lasting time. So therefore, it's called a praxis, okay? Not just a practice, a praxis, which involves millions of people, thousands of people, hundreds of people, and it goes on for thousands, hundreds of years. It ain't something where you just woke up yesterday and they said, you know what, Black Americans is dirty. Her mama said it, her daddy said it, their mama said it, and their daddy said it, and they passed it down to their little flea bee babies. That's what it is. And they don't like the fact that we've been calling it out. Matter of fact, don't we always go back to that? Nobody likes anything right now. People hate America. Let me tell you why people hate America. I'm gonna tell you why. Black Americans love America because we built America, and Black Americans love America because we calling everybody ass out in America. If you got anti-Black American hatred, we're going to call you out. So therefore, our existence and our presence in America is good because we're winning. All these people right now who talk about America being bad and ICE is bad and Trump is bad and the government's bad and we fleeing and we getting a passport, they're just mad because Black Americans is calling them out and exposing them and they can't tell no more lies. Fam, it makes people very uncomfortable when they can get away with BS about us for years. And then this generation showed up and canceled all that stuff out in one day. That's what they really don't like. It's not about America being anything different than America's always been. What's the change in the United States, my good brothers and sisters? What's the change that went on in America? I'm going to tell you the change in America. This generation. Everybody talks now. They're talking about racism in America. Been here. Everybody talks about supremacy in America. It's been here. Everybody talks about people suffering and struggling. Fam, have you seen the employment rate? Have you seen the educational system? Black Americans know exactly what's been wrong with America, but we also know what's right about America because every time we see right in America, we're looking in the mirror. We are what's great about this country. We are what's exceptional about this country. Therefore, we're the great and exceptional ones. All these people who want to go get a passport, they say they want to flee, they saying they want to leave. They want to leave because America's not allowing them to practice anti-Black American racism unchecked anymore. Your ass wants that passport because you want to fool us and you can't do it no more. Your ass wants that passport because you want to harm us and you can't do it no more. Black Americans who showed up in this generation, an FBA renaissance, we have completely changed the game. So it's not like something new's happening to America. There's a new wave and it's sought all of us. Let me show y'all this right here when I tell y'all what I mean. These people know that Black Americans ain't going for it because we've been speaking the truth. That was Tether talk. Now let's go over here to Black American talk. Notice the difference in energy. Let's bring some certified energy up in here. Here we go. Family, this is what these people are really mad about, and I'm going to expose it. Watch this.
Well, I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do it as a Floridian. I wasn't going to do it, baby. I was not going to come out and speak, okay, on what happened between the Haitians and the Black Americans when we was kids, okay? But since they want to sit up here acting like we victimized them, we was bullying them. Y'all was bullying us. Y'all was bullying us. Baby, wasn't nobody bullying y'all but y'all mama.
Woo!
Because it's not our fault. It's not our fault that y'all was musty, that y'all was ashy, that y'all had feet that were so fucked up they looked like they had walked across the ocean of freedom.
Damn!
It's not our fault that y'all hair was matted up as if they don't have combs and brushes in Haiti.
Damn!
It's not our fault because, baby, y'all was so musty, y'all had a whole cloud of funk that was just smothering everybody that was literally within 500 feet of y'all. It's not our fault that y'all lips was so motherfucking dry. They was cracked up and shit. Woo! They was so cracked up, they looked like tectonic plates was shifting across y'all motherfucking mouth and shit, bitch. With leading up to a volcanic eruption of motherfucking hot ass goddamn breath that would melt a bitch eyebrows off her face.
Damn! Damn, 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 D-Zam. There they go, fam. You see it. I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying, though. You feel me? Is that why you don't like America no more? Is that why they went from America so good to I hate this country, it's so bad? Is that why? Boy, it's sister funny, man. Let me tell you something. There ain't nobody more funny, family, than a foundational Black American. All of us, we got comedians in our family, straight up and down. Because I'm telling you right now, when I seen that earlier to that sister, certified salute to her. When I seen that, I was on the ground rolling, straight up. And it made a lot of sense because ain't that why you don't like America no more, Haitians, Jamaicans, Africans? All this stuff about not liking America, maybe it's because in America, Black Americans is clapping back. Everybody loved America when it was African American, when it was people of color, when it was Black and brown. Basically, when you could use and abuse us, you loved America. So that tells me where your mind and where your heart is. Now that Black Americans is clapping back soon as you disrespect, you don't like America no more. It's such a bad, evil country. Nah, Love America the same way you loved America when you was coming over here disrespecting my lineage. Love America the same way when you was taking benefits and tangibles that belong to me. Don't flip now. Don't be too tether-faced now. You was a tether then, you were tethered today, and Black Americans is checking you. Don't be upset that when they come out here with some do-rag, man, we check your ass. When you say dirty black American, we check your ass. When you running around here talking about DAFFA, we check your ass. Don't be flip-flopping. Stay consistent. You wanted to smoke. You got the smoke. And now your ass trying to get on your boat back to your homeland. Easy work. Let me show y'all this right here, fam. This is what I mean. No loyalty in a community. None at all. How many of you guys remember when I told y'all an African personally called Black Alpha up? And the African said, hey, Black Alpha, my name is whatever the hell. Don't even remember. But this African said he supports ICE. Yes, he did. He said that he supports calling ICE on other Africans because it makes Africans look bad when somebody comes over here illegally. So again, there ain't no unity in the diaspora community. That's why we ain't a part of the diaspora. And that's why we doing so good. Fam, you want to know why we doing so good? Because we ain't a part of these bootleg organizations that ain't going nowhere. We done cut off all the dead weight, pulled all the plugs out the wall. And do you see how smooth we roll when ain't nobody around us? Family, let me tell you where we've taken it back to. We done took it back to our essence. Black Americans have taken it back to the essence. What do I mean by that? We've always functioned better when we're by ourselves. You name it, mentally, physically, spiritually. When Black Americans are occupying a space specifically, directly, and exclusively for Black Americans, we always win. Double up. When Black Americans are operating and occupying our own zones, we get it done. They've done studies that show Black American kids do better when there's a Black American teacher. Go back to slavery, fam. When we didn't have to deal with massa, we was out there doing our own thing. That's how we built our culture. Reconstruction, we built our culture. Civil rights era, we rebuilt our culture. FBA Renaissance, we rebuilding our culture. So the fact that we're rebuilding our culture in our own space, that's why we're doing so good. Our problems are not when we are isolated. Our problems are when we are collective, because the collective is anti-Black American. So therefore, when we get them out the way, we do wonderful. Fam, what we've done is went back to our essence. We got the same energy we had when we was in the fields by ourselves. We got the same energy when we were reconstructing by ourselves. We got the same energy when we were marching in the civil rights era by ourselves. And we got the same energy as the indigenous Black Americans that were here thousands of years before anybody knew what America was. It's the same generation that's bringing that FBA Renaissance by ourselves exclusively. And family, they don't have that. So when Dr. Umar pops up and he starts trying to tell Black Alpha and my certified foundational Black Americans that we need to get on board with Pan-Africanism, I'll simply show him this. An African called Black Alpha to tell me that he supports calling ICE. So I know about your turncoats. I know about your tribalism. I know that nobody hates Africa more than Africans. I know nobody hates Haiti more than Haitians. I know nobody hates Jamaica more than Jamaicans. And I know nobody hates the diaspora more than people who are from the diaspora. And we ain't from the diaspora because the diaspora is very poorer. Watch this. Mr. Mutombo called me and he said, call ICE. Watch this, fam.
Hey, Black Alpha. My name is Musa. I'm from Kenya. And I listened to your space. And this is my thoughts. I came to America, got my documents straight. I get to a H-1B visa, started working, got my papers. I came to the legal way. And I'd like you to share this in your next space. I totally support if people call for ICE, because one thing, for people like us who came legally, did the whole process, no shortcuts, no favors, no line to your government, we feel the pinch when other illegal people came because they destroy our image. You look like people who are coming to feed off and not adding. I pay taxes, even though not all taxes, since I'm not 100% a citizen, so I'm not viable to all taxes, but I do pay the taxes I'm supposed to. So I really do support when you're pushing for people to call ICE, because it will save us the image. I'm from Kenya. And even us in our own countries, we tell people when you go to United States or any other country that is not your country, just do it the legal way. Because if you do that and you come in to illegal means, you are making for us, for the people, for the migrants who are there legally, to have it hard, because you're going to destroy our image. So I do support you 100%.
Damn! Black Alpha is the only person that you're going to ever hear play an audio of an African saying that he supports me for calling ICE. There you go, fam. Damn. Black Alpha, certified Black society. We are undefeated, family. There you go. Yeah, somebody called me. We did a live. Dude called me, left a message, and he said, Black Alpha, I want you to hear that I support calling ICE because I don't like these people coming to the United States of America and messing it up. So I dispel everything that they tell us. I'm going to tell you right now, fam, you better subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. You better subscribe, family, because we are the hottest wave in America. I'm telling you right now, y'all. Everybody, certified 100. Y'all see we fully represented throughout all 50 states, fam. Certified Black society. I had a brother call in and tell me that he was overseas right now, but he from Alabama. So certified salute to you from Alabama, overseas. Stay safe. Get back home to your lineage, man. We'll be waiting on you. But that shows you, fam. I'm going to play it all. Black Alpha going to expose it. Right here is the first and only place where you're going to see somebody post a tether saying that he supports calling ICE on other tethers. So I'm the one who's exposing all of them can't stand each other, family. But let me tell you what I do love, and I'm going to tell you what I love more than anything, and I'm going to tell you how crazy we are over here on the Black Alpha Network. Everybody know we crazy. I'm crazy. My mama know I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? Mama raised the hell raiser. But let me show y'all this. Somebody in the chat said it was their birthday. Who said that? Somebody. Who said it was your birthday? Somebody said it was their birthday today. Matter of fact, anybody's birthdays today, next week, I need to know something because we got a little something we got to do. We got to have a little FBA celebration. So pause on all the tethers. We going to dust, fam. Their ashy ain't going nowhere, okay? Their cracked lips ain't going nowhere, and their receding hairline ain't going nowhere. We going to get to them in a minute. Who said it was their birthday? I seen it outside of my eye. Okay, is it Tamia? I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correct. Okay, it's your birthday. All right, checkmate. Shout out to you. Shout out to the team. Yes, indeed. All right, fam. Here we go. Since it is a birthday and I caught it, and I be trying to catch the birthdays, fam, but the chat be moving so fast. Yep, March 1st birthday coming up. My whole family, a bunch of March babies. Shout out to the whole fam. So, fam, we're going to set this off right, okay? Because I will see you guys again before the end of the month. But here we go. Okay, your son's 16th birthday today. Here we go. For all my family members, y'all, shout out to y'all. Let's go. I want to say happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to you. Yeah. I want to say happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to you. Yeah. Close your eyes and make that wish, think about it. And blow out your candle, close your eyes and make that wish, think about it. Hey, blow out your candle, close your eyes and make that wish, think about it. And blow out your candle, close your eyes and make that wish. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Happy birthday! 1, 2, 3. I want to say happy birthday to you. Who got style like us, family? Nobody. Who gonna stop the show from roasting tethers to send out some happy birthdays to our FBA family? Me, yours truly. Shout out to y'all, man. Happy birthday. Much respect, family. Much respect all damn day. You know I love y'all with a passion. Ain't nothing better than us, family. They can't control us. Happy birthday if you're listening, family. Happy birthday for everybody who hears this broadcast. Happy birthday, fam. We're going to start doing that once a month, you know what I'm saying, so we can cover it all up so we understand, fam. The way that you handle all of these people is just by being foundational Black American and exceptional. Our energy that we put out is the energy that shuts everything down. You know what I'm saying? We end all of their stuff by being who we are. That's the thing. It's all energy-based, fam, meaning all the negative energy, all the haters, everybody sitting there worrying about FBA, always talking about us, always chirping, you know, ain't got no money in their pockets, all the broke, you know what's, they going to stay broke, they going to stay ashy, they going to stay hating, and we going to cancel all that out just by one foundational Black American being themselves. So what happens when you put 50 Black Americans being themselves? It's a wrap. And that's what I'm saying. So happy birthday to all y'all. Happy birthday. Enjoy yourself. Fam, we ain't done. We don't hide. We don't run. We ain't here. We on one. You know, a party ain't a party if we don't come. Y'all look at this right here when I tell everybody. I tell everybody that certified foundational Black Americans is on a mission. And that mission right there is for them to not Africanize us, for them to not put a jacket on us, for them not to come around Black Americans and pretend that they are representing our culture when they're not, for these people to try to put their African jacket on us, and yet we've never been to Africa. We've never been to any of these places. That stops right now. That stops today, and we will be the era that makes it happen. And when I tell y'all that's exactly what's going on and that's going down, I mean it. And I'm going to show y'all exactly the difference between us and them. There's been a hell of a lot of things going on in this certified foundational Black American History Month. There's been a hell of a lot of things that have been off code and off brand. And one of the major things that's been off code and off brand has been these people trying to make it look like FBA culture is somebody else's culture. That's been the main thing, because you got a hell of a lot of these people who've been disrespecting. So now it's time for us to do the check-in. How many of you guys seen this teacher that said the N-word, fam, and was calling Black folks dumb? Did y'all see this? How many of you guys seen this? How many of y'all seen this? Gavin Newsom came out. He said, basically, I'm dumb like y'all dumb. Fam, think about all the things. Put them in the chat for me right now. Can you please? Can everybody put in the chat the things that you've been seeing that have all went down in Certified Foundational Black American History Month? Y'all watch this teacher get caught on a hot mic disrespecting Black Americans. Watch this.
Another important policy is, for me, is our speech program. I've been receiving speech services since first grade. I attend Dr. Goldman and 2 other students on Fridays. He delivers lessons and helps us fit those skills into our lessons.
Black schools that like they're too dumb to know they're in a bad school. I mean, fuck. But apparently Martin Luther King said it. Like, if you train a Black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. You don't have to tell them anymore. They just
Allison Friedman, what you're saying is absolutely hearable here. You've got to stop.
Oh, no. One more time, family. Listen, in the background, she's saying Black folks are so dumb. And look at hands on face, hands on face, hands on face. Look at all these people listening, family. She got caught on a hot mic. And then they were not telling her she was wrong. They told her stop saying it. Nobody checked her. They let it slide. Watch.
Another important policy is, for me, is our speech program. I've been receiving speech services since first grade. I attend Dr. Goldman and 2 other students on Fridays. He delivers lessons and helps us fit those skills into our lessons.
Black schools that like they're too dumb to know they're in a bad school. I mean, fuck. But apparently Martin Luther King said it. Like, if you train a Black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. You don't have to tell them anymore. They just
Allison Friedman, what you're saying is absolutely hearable here. You've got to stop.
Look at these people's faces, fam. Look at it. Look at them faces, fam. Guilty, all the way. You see that? There you go. Think about that, brothers and sisters. That's the same exact thing that the tethers do. It's the same thing that you get with tethers. That is how people talk about us when we're not present, fam, when we're not around. And they got caught straight up on camera talking that talk. And I don't even think that woman has even been fired, if I'm not mistaken. If she has, she should have been. But does it really matter? Because ain't that what these people been doing? They've been on this type of time, and they've been anti-Black American for the longest. That's why I was saying before, it's all a culture. This is a culture. These people have a culture of disrespecting us. By the time you hear Tether running their damn mouth, it's been that way. By the time you see a Tether talking that talk, it's been that way. Ain't nothing new with these people, fam. They've been on that. And what we've been on is exposing them and checking them. That's the anti-Blackness I told you that they wish didn't continue to go on. But the fact that it is being stopped and we checking it and they got to do all this, that lets you know that they're afraid. That's why they say, oh, America's so bad. The reason why they're saying that about the United States is because they know in the United States of America, it's a different ball game with this generation. Let me show y'all as well. We're going down there, fam. This is Foundational Black American History Month. See, the reason why we don't accept people like Dr. Kubar Vasquez and all the TikTok tethers and all the worthless tethers, well, hell, all tethers are worthless. So every last one of them, the reason why we don't accept them, because when they come over here and they start talking about foundational February belongs to Africans, it belongs to Jamaicans or Haitians or the diaspora, notice they don't ever ride. Fam, who celebrates foundational Black America more than us? Who celebrates foundational history more than us? Who celebrates foundational Black American History Month more than we do? They only talk about their own. They'll pop up 2 or 3 times in February and start talking about 1804. They'll pop up 2 or 3 times in February, start talking about Africa, making up inventions, making up a bunch of creations, things nobody can point to. We do this 24/7, 365. From the first day until the last day, we're out there. In the afternoon, in the evening, in the morning, Black Americans are always representing foundational February. These people never do. And also notice this, fam. Whenever they start talking about foundational Black American History Month, they don't never mention us. They'll start talking about Haiti or Jamaica. They don't even mention the lineage, heritage, and culture that is foundational to the United States. They'll pop up, say, hey, Haiti, pop up, say, hey, Jamaica, only when they can get theirs off. They don't celebrate Harriet Tubman. They don't celebrate the Shakurs. They don't celebrate all the inventions and all the creations and innovations that we've done. They'll only talk about their stuff for 5 minutes and then be quiet. For the rest of the time, they're silent until they can get something from us. And fam, notice all this disrespect that's been going on during foundational Black American History Month. There's been a hell of a lot of disrespect. You name it, y'all. Go down the list. Look at all the things that happened. You had Shabusi talking about immigrants built America. You had the Latinos talking about Bad Bunny and how we were so mean to them. Dr. Umar starts talking about descendants of fleeing Africans who fled from Africa. Then you got the do-rag man. That popped up. You got people getting unalived left and right. You got folks running out there saying the N-word. Folks are screaming the N-word. They got tether Tourette syndrome. They got Mayo Tourette syndrome. Miracle Whip Tourette syndrome. Y'all look at this right here. This is what I'm talking about. It gets worse by the day. And notice, y'all, you ain't seen not near tether pop up and say anything wrong about this. Did y'all see Gavin Newsom come out? And Gavin Newsom said this to a crowd of Black people.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. and I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech.
Damn. That basically said I'm dumb like y'all. You see, fam? You ain't seen no Jamaican say, don't say that. You ain't seen no Haitian. Dr. Umar ain't said nothing about this. And by the way, fam, what a pause moment this was. What?
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm just trying to impress upon you.
Pause? What you mean you're trying to press upon them? You probably want to. That's why he out there getting all them starburst laws out there in California, because he said he's trying to press upon them. Yeah, you damn right.
I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. and I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally.
And look at this guy over here giggling. Look at him over there laughing. Look at him over there laughing, fam. These people ain't riding. These people ain't riding for the lineage, the heritage, and culture, man. They not about that stuff. No, hell no. And fam, they had all types of people popped out. Marcus Lemoyce Hill. Marcus Lemoyce Hill popped out, and family, he was in full defense mode. Marcus Lemoyce was like, no, that wasn't said. That's wrong. And Marcus Lemoyce is the tether himself. Marcus Lemoyce is a tether. So you got to watch these tethers, fam, because they were the main ones out there running interference and making excuses. The tethers came out the woodwork, like we always know. And that's why we say they come out the woodwork, because they're always hiding when things get real, and they only pop up when they can benefit off of something. This is why we watch these people, y'all. You got to watch. Let me show y'all this right here. Let me show y'all what I mean when I tell y'all there's always going to be somebody popping up. Now, y'all seen that right there. And Marcus Lemoyce came out and was defending it, who is, by the way, Marcus Lemoyce is a Caribbean tether. And then you seen the situation with Michael B. Jordan, where the guy yelled out the N-word and they said he got Tourette's. No, you don't. No, listen, no. Okay, and if you do got Tourette's, why the hell was the N-word in your vocabulary? Why was the N-word in there, fam? Every year, they always have these fake statements where they'll say Martin Luther C-O-O-N. They always do that, fam, because they're cowards and they can't say what it really is. You ain't got no damn Tourette's. Your ass is an anti-Black racist. And you said it what you meant. And now they're pointing at all these other things. Oh, he's got dyslexia. That's why he said the N-word backwards. Oh, you know what I'm saying? He's got a cold. That's why he coughed. It was really a cough, but it sounded like he said, hang them all. Listen to this right here, family. You saw that situation with Michael B. Jordan. And do y'all know they went and got them one of the biggest damn tethers that you can possibly find, y'all. And watch what he comes out and says.
I'm one of the actors, and I swear, I played John Davidson's lawyer. And if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. In the scene, I'm representing him because he's just got into trouble. And I'm representing him. But at the same time, he's hurling abuse at me. And it's very offensive words. Now, this is the condition, the disease of Tourette syndrome. John cannot control what he says. In fact, that's the whole point of why we're making this film. We've made this film, I swear, is to educate people about Tourette's syndrome. And how can you say that he can't be there at the awards? This is a film about his life. This is a film about him. Absolutely, he has to be there. And absolutely, it's great that he was there. And I don't know if some of the actors there were told in advance about someone with Tourette's being there. Hopefully they would have been told, therefore prepared for that kind of stuff that happened. Regardless, John has Tourette's. Enough said.
Tether, enough said. Family, didn't I start off by telling you, be cautious of the people who start saying, as a black person this, as a black person that. That's what that was. They went and got them a test. See, this is why we don't let them talk for us. This is why we delineate. And this is why delineation is only getting stronger and why the regulating is only getting stronger. And let me say this as well, fam. The first thing they go do is go get a non-black American to smooth it out. That's what they always do. You say the N-word out loud, then go get you a non-black American to smooth it out. Gavin Newsom calls black folks stupid. Go get Marcus Lemoyce, who's a tether, to smooth it on out. They're always trying to find somebody to run interference because that's why we say they're the tether lapdogs. When they're not eating dogs, they're the tether lapdogs. So you see how it goes hand in hand. I ain't make this up. It is what it is. That's the first thing they do. So this is why Delineation's got these people shook, because brothers and sisters is calling that out, saying, well, he don't speak for us. And by the way, let me tell you about Tourette's. When you have Tourette's, you spread out words. You don't direct them at the person on stage. I want y'all to notice that. This is why we call all cap on all lies, okay? That was somebody saying the N-word directed at two black men who were on stage immediately. So he specifically said it at them. Tourette's is just you blurt it out. It just comes out. That's the whole thing about Tourette's. It's just to be blurted out. It's you say it aloud. Saying it aloud and saying it directly when two black folks is on stage and putting it in their direction with your inflection, that is what you call anti-black racial slurs. And it was directed. So all your Tourette's, that's a lie. What it really is that you are a absolute 100%, let's go there if you really want to say it, fam, a male supremacist, and you getting called out by some real ones, and it's not working for you. And family, there's a lot of things that ain't working for these individuals, and that's the main one. So let's go there. Tether pops up, runs interference. Another tether pops up, runs interference. Black Americans check both of them. And then next thing you know, then people are out. So Black Americans are boycotting all of that. And eventually they're going to get the same type of energy that the Essence Festival got, because this is what we're doing. What is it? The BAFTA? What is that? Whatever the hell they call it, fam. What is it? The BAFTA? I don't even know what the hell it is. But there is an active boycott that Black Americans are putting out on them. And now let's go see what it's hitting for. Now let's go see what type of energy you got. I guarantee you, family, they're going to start pulling back all the goddamn rails. Yeah, BAFTA. Well, guess what? Black Americans is about to go ahead and give you that Essence Festival treatment, because unlike before, in this era, we checking everybody who get out of pocket, and there's consequences and repercussions for your behavior. And you're going to see those consequences and repercussions for your behavior, and Black Americans are going to be the ones that bring it to you. Because remember, y'all, these individuals want Black Americans to get on board with whatever they're saying. And when we don't get on board, they start to crash all the way out. Look at this right here. This is what I mean. The British Oscars, is that what it is? Notice the Brits ain't over there saying nothing. Y'all notice that, right? Y'all notice, fam? The Brits ain't over there saying nothing. Because remember, y'all, all the Brits, they was over there drinking their tea, and they was disrespecting Black Americans while they had some spaghetti. But they ain't say a goddamn thing about it. Because you know why? They're all mops. Melanated other people with the emphasis on others. Watch this, fam.
People are crazy. Let's just start there. It is an act of desperation to call yourself anything other than what you are. Why are you always looking to be called something else? We are a rich culture. We are a beautiful culture. And when you have a high cultural self-esteem, then you go anywhere in the world, and it is not reductive to be in proximity to anyone else. I never feel small in Nigeria. When I leave Nigeria, I even feel more full. You know what I'm saying? Because I can see so many similarities. I can embrace the Nigerian national culture, but also all the ethnicities within it for its each individual beauty. It makes me feel fuller. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. And when you have that high, just like cultural self-esteem, right? It just makes it so much easier. So I don't subscribe to this whole foundational Black American, the Hotep, the Sulan, the flag, all this. What's wrong with being African American?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're trying to take the African out of it because you're anti-African, because you're xenophobic. People are crazy.
You see what I'm talking about, fam? Look at this guy. I've never had a woman in my life. Look at this dude right here, fam. And I can't get it up. Hell no, you can't. Look at that. You don't want Black Americans to be foundational Black Americans because that excludes you from getting what we have. Remember, fam, we didn't take out the African American. It was never there. It was falsely placed on us, and we just balled it up and we threw it into the trash can, like you do with all trash, fam. Trash goes in the trash can, and then you take your trash can, you dump it in the dumpster. So this is what we did with the tethers. We dumped them in the dumpster, so don't be mad. Fam, we did them a favor. Half your homelands look like dumpsters anyway. Didn't we just take you back to your roots? Damn. Why are you mad that we took all of the tether slang and tether slurs, we balled it up and threw it in the trash? You should feel back at home being put in the trash can. I mean, damn. You should thank Black Americans. You need to give us the proper etiquette and respect because we're done asking. We ain't asking no more, family. They had all this time. Dr. Umar running around here talking about pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism had all this time to get what it wanted from my lineage, and it fumbled the bag the same way it fumbles the bag where it is today. Don't be mad at us, family, because we winning and we up right now and everybody else is down. All right? Remember, y'all, hate goes up and we don't look down. That's the difference. So the fact that foundational Black Americans been standing on this type of business and doing what we do, it is what it is. See, they want to paint this picture that there was some type of universal, international, global unity amongst Black folks and melanated folks. And then FBA showed up and we ruined something that was good. That's what they want to tell you, fam. They want to make it look like there was peace and harmony and love until Black Americans popped up and then we ruined it for everybody. Jamaicans are mad, Haitians are mad, Cubans are mad, Latinos are mad, all across all of them. Africans are upset. And it's because they can't eat off of our plate no more. They can't come out there and say, it wasn't really like that bad. It really wasn't. They can't do that anymore because we're going to call them out. They can't come out here and say, well, Gavin Newsom didn't really mean it, man. He was just playing. They can't come out here and say, dirty Black Americans, you dirty. They can't pull that no more. They can't come out here and say, I'm starting DAFFA, descendants of fleeing Africans from Africa. They can't do any of that no more because we didn't ruin something that was good. We ruined your ass leeching off of us because we were never connected in the first place. You can't be divided from something that you weren't a part of. And Black Americans, we've been saying it loud, and it is overwhelmingly clear that foundational Black Americans denounce and are not a part of the diaspora. And if the diaspora is so good, then you should be able to win without us. Fam, what is more confirmation that they be fumbling the bag more than they can't do nothing without our presence? Think about it, y'all. If Pan-Africanism is so good, how come Dr. Umar now is trying to use an abbreviation? How come Dr. Umar now is trying to hijack Friedman? How come Dr. Umar now is trying to steal FBA talking points? I thought Pan-Africanism was the way to go. Pan-Africanism was the winner. If Pan-Africanism is the winner, you should be winning. You shouldn't have to cross to the street to come over here. We good. Notice, y'all, everybody out there is trying to mimic us. How many times do you hear foundation pop up? How many times? Let me say this, fam. Much love and respect to us, and let us enjoy watching all these people grow old, pull their hair out, and just turn into miserable ass people. They're miserable as hell watching Black Americans win. They didn't want FBA to be the thing. They didn't want FBA to be the winners. Now they all got to watch FBA shut it down and be the talk of the town. They can't stand none of that, y'all. They can't. So let it be known, that's what it is. That's the time they're on. So just enjoy it. Just enjoy it, fam, because if Pan-Africanism was so good, they should have institutions. Where's the Pan-African institutions, y'all? You said it's a diaspora. There's millions of people. There's billions of people. How come Pan-Africans don't have any institutions? Don't talk about why we ain't got none. FBA does have them. Where's the Pan-African one? And remember, there's only 50 million of us. There's billions of y'all. I'm not even just talking about Africa. I'm talking about Africa, Jamaica, Haiti, all of them. How come I can't point to anything when it comes to Pan-Africans? As a matter of fact, let me give y'all one of the metaphors that Black Alpha likes to use. Do you know the difference between Pan-Africans and Disneyland? Oh, I'm not lying. Somebody out there saying, Black Alpha, where the hell are you going with this? Y'all know I'm crazy. I'm going to say it. Do you know the difference between Pan-African and Disneyland? Oh, you don't know? Well, I'm going to tell you. At least I can point to where Disneyland is. Shout out to Mickey Mouse. I can tell you where Mickey's at. I can tell you Disneyland. I can tell you go to the Epcot Center in Orlando or go to LA and you can find Disneyland. Now you go ahead and tell me where you can find Pan-Africanism. I'll wait. You can't find it? What about the Black and Brown Coalition? Oh, you can't find that either. Damn. Well, damn it, fam. If you can't find Pan-Africanism, but I can tell you where Disneyland is, that means we made the right decision by delineating. Fam, if Disneyland is whooping your ass, we delineating. If Mickey Mouse is getting more reparations than you, we delineating. If Mickey Mouse's old lady has an actual residence, then we delineating. Because anything that I can say about Disneyland, I can't say about Pan-Africanism. Y'all both living in delusion and fantasy, but Disneyland and Mickey Mouse is in a delusion and fantasy, but he got a home to go to. Not an S-hole country. Let's proceed. Look at this right here, family. This is what I'm talking about. And it's funny, too, because I'm playing, but ain't that true? Fam, what they say? What they say? It wouldn't hurt so much if it wasn't true. Fam, I'm bullshitting. But damn it, ain't that the case? I mean, it sounds funny, right? Ha, ha, ha. But damn, when you really think at it, you go, hell, Black Elf was right. I do know where Mickey Mouse is. I do know where Disneyland is. I can't find Pan-Africanism any goddamn where on the planet Earth. So is it a joke because it's funny, or is it funny because it's true? And if it's funny because it's true, that's why they mad. Watch this right here, family. We ain't got no capes on for nobody that cannot find out where they live, cannot find out where they're going, and cannot find out who they are. Look at this. Here we go. This is how we own it, fam.
As Black Americans, we need to quit trying to be pleasing to every other race. Them. Straight up, man. When it comes to immigration, them. When it comes to Bad Bunny, them. At the end of the day, they always trying to put us in a conversation that we didn't even ask to be in. And then when you get the response of a Black person on how we feel, now you mad at the Black people. That's none of that is our business. At the end of the day, Bad Bunny, there's nobody even know who he was to keep it always 100. Ain't nobody even listening to his music like that in no Black community. So why do you expect us to celebrate Bad Bunny because he performed at the Super Bowl? I'm not part of that ritual that y'all all suck into on every Super Bowl.
They ask for what we saying and then they get mad, y'all. You know what it is.
Bro. But these are the true halftime performance numbers from
right there. It's funny how Kubar left all of that out right there, though, didn't he? Didn't he leave it out? Kubar, how'd you miss all them Puerto Ricans that was talking reckless about Black Americans? How you leave all that out? It's right there. Look at the screen. You see it. So I got to ask the question. Why in the hell have you not mentioned what's going on with all these other communities? Why? Is because you need those other communities because you got to feed the system of trying to take, steal. But foundational Black Americans are saying, hail to the no, hail to the no, hail to the no. That's what I love about us right now, fam. What I'm loving about our lineage, heritage, and culture, we ain't letting nobody take from us. Everybody's going to have to show respect, not because they want to, but because we making them. Remember, y'all, delineation, regulating, separation, it's not a matter of us creating the distinction. It's a matter of us enforcing it. Have y'all noticed that? We're going into a new wave and a new time. And I'm talking about within the FBA Renaissance, within this FBA reparations generation, we're moving forward. We started off delineating, but now, family, it's about the regulating. And it's a new one, and it's hot, and it's sweeping the country, and more people is getting in on it. I'm having people tap in with me and say, hey, bro, regulators mount up. I see you. Hey, bro, it's regulator time. Yes, regulating is a full-time job. Yep, because if you a delineator, you got to be a regulator. Delineation is setting the boundaries with people who come around us. But the only way you enforce that is by the regulators, fam. I'm out here seeing 15, 16-year-olds out here regulating the culture. I'm seeing grandmas out here regulating the culture. We're all delineators. We're all regulators. And that's how we going to get where we got to go because it ain't no game to be played. These people don't like Black Americans. So be it. These people mad and upset. So be it. Go ahead. I'd be upset if I were you as well, based on that homeland you come from and that damn hairline that's on your shoulder blades. But guess what? That ain't a problem to us. We live in reality. We don't vacation in fantasy. We out to get it. We ain't falling back. Remember, y'all, no matter what they say, that failure cannot compete with success. Never. And that's where it is with Black Americans and the rest of these people. They are failures trying to compete with success, which means they already lost. They just don't know. What's the old saying, family? By the time you see me coming, you already gone. That's where we are with it. Look at this, fam. When I tell y'all it is a bad day for them and it's a great day for us, look at this. Family, let me talk about Miss Jasmine Crockett. And family, do y'all see down in Texas, them W liberals are throwing her ass under the bus? They're saying, I'd rather be a Republican than vote for Jasmine Crockett because she can't get elected. So, just like Dr. Umar, just like Bad Bunny, just like Shabusi, just like all the TikTok tethers, all of the haters, ABK, anti-black karma, come knocking on your door.
Yes, we need a fighter. And I was so ready to vote for Jasmine Crockett because I love her. But I voted for Tallarico because we need somebody who can win. Yes.
Woo!
We need a fighter. And I was so ready to vote for Jasmine Crockett because I love her. But I voted for Tallarico because we need somebody who can win. Because we need somebody who can win. Because we need somebody who can win. Yes, we need a fighter. And I was so ready to vote for Jasmine Crockett because I love her. But I voted for Tallarico because we need somebody who can win. Yes, we need a
Damn, family. Sounds like it ain't going too good for old Jasmine Cricket. I'm hearing crickets right now. They out there voting for other people and they don't want nothing to do with her. One more time. Mayo, Melissa, I gotta hear. Why you ain't voting for her?
Yes, we need a fighter. And I was so ready to vote for Jasmine Crockett because I love her. But I voted for Tallarico because we need somebody who can win. Yes, we need a
Damn. Because we need somebody who can win. So basically what you telling me is that Jasmine Crockett can't win. So they throwing Jasmine Crockett and her wig under the bus. How you getting your wig thrown under the bus, y'all? They done threw her and her wig under the bus so damn quick because they know all that talk that she been doing, Black Americans aren't behind her. Black Americans don't support her. The delineation regulating movement is so powerful. We shutting down institutions. We shutting down festivals. We're shutting down careers. We shutting down your wig that showed up here about 15 minutes too late and it was at a 45-degree angle. Well, I guess it's under the bus right now and we ain't throw you under the bus. We simply just checked you. It's Miss Karen right there who threw you under the bus because Karen ain't Karen. And now you see, fam, the campaign is starting to look like dirt. They done already redistrict you out of your old spot. You thought you was going to get another spot, and now it ain't too hot. Anything that Black Americans touch turns to gold. And when Black Americans don't get involved, it turns to dirt. And that's the difference between us and everybody else, fam. We got the magic touch. It's certified foundational Black Americans. They can't compete where they can't compare, and everybody knows nobody can compare with us. Check the track record. So if you looking and you watching, that is what's going on in the United States of America. It's a new day and it's all FBA related. Foundational Black Americans. We got them mad right now, y'all. I told you before, sit back and enjoy foundational Black Americans being in the headlines on the front page. Fam, we are the famous ones. All the people on TikTok, all the little people on Twitter that be mad, that be upset, say FBA is this, that, and the other thing. Yep, FBA is more famous and more powerful than you. And family, every day it's getting bigger. And it is based on our lineage. Because remember, fam, it's the same old lineage. It's the same old spirit. It's the same old soul. We just put that FBA on it, and you can even put that certified on it. And when you put that certified on FBA, you're definitely moving. And that's why we got all the motion, fam. And these folks is going to be on the inner tube in the ocean, fam. Look at this right here. As I tell y'all what we already know, let me bring you to another factor and to another point. They know that whatever Black Americans do gets traction. They know whatever Black Americans do, the world follows. But I say this, and I'll continuously say this. Don't hate the player. You better hate the MFing game. And foundational Black Americans is in control of all of that. Fam, Who the hell sent out this Somalian woman to say that they want reparations for Somalians in Minnesota? I'm about to mess your eyesight up. Okay, so you might need to put on some shades, family. Y'all know when you look up at the goddamn eclipse and they tell you don't look directly into the eclipse, don't look directly into your camera. Look like this, okay, out the side of your eye or something. Poke a little hole in the paper, family, and look. Whatever it is, I'm giving you a disclaimer and a warning, all right? These visuals can harm your eyes. Watch this right here, fam, and tell me who in the hell found this person and why the hell is this person out there saying, we want reparations? Your ass needs a makeover. About 20 of them. Watch this. Somalians now are saying that they want reparations for what went on with ICE and them. You can't make this up, family. Watch.
Program fits into our criteria of small business owners, not those who make 200,000 and above. We don't make that much amount. We have been suffering since the crisis of ICE. We also demand an immediate help to evictions so families are not pushed to homelessness during the crisis. Our community deserves accountability. Our community deserves safety. We need also justice for those who lost their lives defending the community. Leave programs.
What the hell? We want money for what ICE did to us. We want us money for ICE. I don't think they're going to give it to you, homegirl. Is this the reparations that Dr. Umar is talking about, fam? Fam, hold on. Is she a part of descendants of Africa who fled Africa? Is this what this is? I'm starting to suspect, fam, that's who this individual is right here. I get it now. Now it makes sense. Okay, this woman is a part of Dr. Umar's organization. This is why Dr. Umar wants us to give them our reparations money. Because if we give the reparations money, they ain't got to send out Miss Ugmo. And Miss Ugmo ain't going to be sitting there struggling saying that they want the money. No, I want you to get away from the camera because I want the ability to see for the rest of my life, and I don't want my eyes ruined. Damn.
Fits into our criteria of small business owners, not those who make 200,000 and above. We don't make that much amount. We have been suffering since the crisis of ICE.
We've been suffering since the crisis of ICE. Fam, this is how entitled these people are. You've already got your reparations. It's called the billions of dollars that you scammed. You done scammed all that money and still want more money. Somebody get some reality up in here. How you scam all these people, and then the fact that you turn around and say something along the lines of, we want more money. You just want to take. That was your billions of dollars that you took. So your ass needs to bounce. One more back.
Leave programs fits into our criteria of small business owners, not those who make 200,000 and above. We don't make that much amount. We have been suffering since the crisis of ICE. We also demand an immediate help to evictions so families are not pushed to homelessness during the crisis. Our community deserves accountability. Our community deserves safety. We need also justice for those who lost their lives defending the community. Leave programs.
They said they want some justice. That's what they want, family. Well, let me tell you something. If you want some damn justice, you can start by going to the dentist and stay there a while, because that is the help that you need. Family, they want reparations, can't have it. Family, they want tangibles, can't get it. They want to disrespect, they get checked. They try to steal and remix our names, but our names are remixable never. So the fact that they want to pull a bunch of nevers on people who are forever, that lets you know exactly where they headed. They heading up Schitt's Creek, and they're going to stay there. Schitt's Creek to a shithole country. And foundational Black Americans are better than ever. You can't take from us. You can't steal from us. You can't replace us. There's only one. And when I tell y'all that we getting it done out here in the world, fam, I want you to notice and acknowledge all the great things that we got going for ourselves. This is our time. This is our era. You already see it. Name the tether, and I'm going to check them. You name the individual, we gonna get them out the paint. You name the organization, you name the festival, you name the politician, it doesn't matter where they're from or how they come. Black Americans will always be the ones who are on top because we built this thing. There's plenty of perks when you build a country that everybody wants to come to. And the number one perk that you receive from building the country that everybody comes to and runs to is you get to do a little FBA roasting. Family, I did a little bit of research on some of these individuals, and I found out that FBA's got these people so damn down bad that Dr. Kubar Vasquez was doing a little recruiting. And when I tell y'all Dr. Kubar was doing some damn recruiting, did y'all notice behind that lady talking about reparations? Did y'all notice who's back there in the background watching all of this? Oh, Dr. Umar got it down bad. He done tried to come up with DAFFA, descendant African fleeing Africa. It ain't working. He tried to pull pan-Africanism, found out it was a scam. He tried to hustle us and he fell flat. He tried to jump from one pipe to another. He wants to pan-Latino, but pan-Latino said hell no. He's out here jumping from taco to burrito. He jumping from jollof to fufu. He jumping from America to Zimbabwe, from Zimbabwe back to America. But guarantee you, everywhere he ends up is always in a place where he's failing. You failed trying to hijack our movement. That lasted 2 seconds. Started off on Friday, didn't make it to Saturday. You failed trying to get Black Americans to send our reparations over to Africa because they can't get $1 from us. You failed at trying to get certified FBA to put down the flag so you can pick it up. You failed at trying to hustle us with your democratic agenda talking points. You're failing, and foundational Black Americans are legends. So who's winning here and who's got to swim there? So when you take this version of ABK and then you add it to, they done threw Jasmine Crockett and her wig under the bus, that's another version of ABK. So the answer is clear. All the facts done rolled in. Everybody understands now that when you talking about the United States of America, there ain't no Dr. Kubar present and you don't see Jasmine Crockett's wig. Both of those is floating somewhere in the ocean. And foundational Black Americans got all the motion. So you keep on standing on business, you keep on wrecking shop, and I guarantee and I promise one thing for foundational Black Americans, and that is we ain't done, we don't hide, we don't run. We out here, we on one. You know, a party ain't a party if we don't come. Checkmate. Fam, I love y'all with a passion, certified. Salute to the family. We just shut people down all the time, man, and we on this world tour of greatness. While they watching our culture, trying to steal our culture, but they can't pick it up. Their arms don't reach that high. All right. So y'all continue doing what you doing. We all gonna continue to grind, and we just gonna keep on making history until everybody gets the message. Foundational Black Americans, we ain't going nowhere. Foundational Black Americans, we are America. I'm talking about every aspect of it. Remember, y'all, it's red, white, blue, and black. And the black stands for Foundational Black Americans. Certified Black society, and you're rocking with the #1 activist, Black Alpha Network. And I love y'all with a passion, my Black brothers and sisters. Much love. Love y'all. Stay good, y'all. We out. I'm gonna see y'all again. Keep checking it out, fam. We almost at that 4K. We gonna do something massive for Hidden Colors. I'm gonna let y'all know about it, but we gonna get to it. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all enjoy your week and just stay strong. And remember, while they ran from being Black and me no speak Black and me melanin this and melanin that, we are the only ones who've been representing that BLACK. And we do it our FBA way, fam. So just know one thing, fam, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, and no matter what's going on, that Black is beautiful and beautiful is always Black. Put the foundation and the certified on it. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Shout out to the greatest of all time. And shout out to us. Certified salute. Y'all stay good. Tupac, bring us home, brother.
I don't care what y'all think. If you whatever the fuck you think you are. And until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starving? Go ahead. You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African American?